The mind filters out background noise. The mind's ability to filter out background noise is one of the most remarkable, yet unnoticed feats it performs every day. Every moment, your senses are bombarded with a multitude of stimuli, from the hum of a fan to distant conversations or the rustle of leaves outside your window. Yet, you don't consciously hear all of it. The mind works tirelessly behind the scenes, sifting through this overwhelming noise and focusing only on what matters to you. This ability is a survival mechanism, finely tuned over centuries. Your mind has learned to block out irrelevant distractions, honing in on sounds, sights, and sensations that require immediate attention. It ensures that when you're in a meeting, the chatter in the background doesn't interfere with your focus. When you're driving, the engine's hum and the sound of the road fade into the background, allowing you to stay aware of your surroundings. This process is subtle yet essential for mental clarity and focus. What's truly astonishing is how your brain handles this without you even realizing it. It doesn't just focus on one thing, it prioritizes. Your mind decides which stimuli deserve attention, leaving the rest to fade into the background, unnoticed. It's this automatic filtering that allows you to navigate daily life without becoming overwhelmed by the constant influx of sensory information. Your mind's ability to block out noise ensures you stay grounded in the present, fully immersed in what truly matters to you. The mind adjusts posture. Automatically. The mind's ability to adjust posture automatically is one of the most fascinating examples of how it operates without conscious intervention. Whether you're sitting at a desk, walking down the street, or standing in a crowd, your body's alignment shifts with ease to maintain comfort, balance, and readiness, without you even thinking about it. This intricate process happens continuously, as your mind constantly monitors and adjusts your body's position based on physical sensations and environmental cues. From the moment you sit down, the mind assesses the tension in your muscles, the angle of your spine, and the pressure on your joints, making minute corrections to ensure you remain balanced and comfortable. It's as though your brain is in constant communication with your body, fine-tuning each movement to keep you at ease. If you're tired, it shifts your posture to relieve pressure from certain muscles. If you're standing tall in a crowd, your body instinctively straightens, signaling confidence and attentiveness. What's remarkable is that all of this occurs outside of your conscious awareness. You don't have to consciously tell yourself to sit up straight or shift your weight when you're standing for a long period. Your mind is doing this automatically, guided by sensory feedback to keep you from feeling discomfort or fatigue. This ongoing adjustment ensures your body stays in a functional, balanced state, ready for action and aligned with your emotional and physical needs. The mind analyzes faces subconsciously. The mind's ability to analyze faces subconsciously is an incredibly powerful yet unnoticed skill. Every time you encounter a face, whether familiar or new, your brain begins its work, immediately decoding emotions, intentions, and social cues with remarkable precision. This unconscious process happens in an instant, and it shapes your responses and interactions without you even realizing it. Humans have evolved to be hypersensitive to faces, a trait that has helped us build relationships and survive in social environments. The brain is equipped with specialized regions that focus solely on facial recognition, processing not just the basic features, but the subtle expressions that reveal emotions like happiness, fear, or anger. These micro-expressions, often invisible to the conscious eye, are picked up by your brain, allowing you to assess someone's emotional state or potential threat before a single word is spoken. This subconscious facial analysis is so deeply ingrained that it happens automatically in every interaction. When you meet someone new, the mind swiftly analyzes their face, assessing if they're approachable, trustworthy, or even a potential source of danger. Your brain does this without effort, guiding how you react and navigate social situations. Even in moments of high stress, when you may not be actively aware, your mind continues to read faces, providing crucial information that helps shape your next move. It's a hidden yet vital process, connecting you to others on a level deeper than words and guiding your social interactions without you ever noticing. The mind regulates body temperature. The mind's ability to regulate body temperature is an incredible, often unnoticed process that occurs continuously throughout your life. Every day, no matter the weather, your brain ensures your body stays within a safe, comfortable temperature range. This process is essential for your survival, but you rarely give it any conscious thought. It's a prime example of the mind's ability to manage vital functions without you even realizing it. At the heart of this regulation is the hypothalamus, a small but powerful part of your brain. It acts as your internal thermostat, constantly monitoring your body's temperature. When you step into a hot environment, your brain instantly detects the increase in body heat and sends signals to activate sweat production, cooling your body down. Conversely, when the temperature drops, your mind responds by triggering shivering to generate heat and constricting blood vessels near the skin to preserve warmth. These changes occur seamlessly, allowing you to focus on other things, whether working, exercising, or simply enjoying a moment. The brain adjusts your body's response to changes in temperature so smoothly that you're often unaware it's even happening. Your mind maintains your internal balance, protecting you from heat exhaustion in the summer and hypothermia in the winter. This ability to regulate temperature is not only vital for physical comfort, but also for overall health. Without this subconscious control, you would be unable to perform at your best, and your body's functions could begin to fail. Your mind's quiet mastery over temperature regulation is just one of the countless ways it works tirelessly to keep you safe and functioning at your best. The mind tracks time. Instinctively. The mind's ability to track time instinctively is one of the most fascinating and subtle processes that influence your daily life. You may not always be aware of it, but your brain is constantly measuring the passage of time, adjusting your actions, thoughts, and emotions in response. This subconscious awareness of time shapes how you perceive events, how you react to situations, and how you make decisions. Your mind doesn't rely on a clock or a calendar to keep track of time. Instead, it uses internal cues, such as your body's rhythm, environmental stimuli, and prior experiences to gauge time. For example, when you're engaged in a task, your brain instinctively knows when you've been working for a while, prompting you to take a break or shift focus. Similarly, during a conversation, your mind keeps track of how long you've been speaking or listening, adjusting your engagement level accordingly. This instinctive time tracking is not just about awareness. It helps guide behavior. When you're waiting for something, your mind keeps a mental clock ticking, estimating when it will happen, even without actively counting the seconds. This subconscious sense of time allows you to navigate daily life smoothly without constantly checking the clock or calendar. What's remarkable is that your brain can also adjust its time perception based on emotional intensity. Time seems to fly when you're enjoying yourself, yet it slows down when you're anxious or bored. This ability to track and adapt to time allows you to maintain balance in a world where everything is constantly moving forward, shaping your experience of life in profound ways. The mind remembers small details. The mind's ability to remember small details is a quiet yet powerful process that shapes our perceptions and guides our actions every day. Whether it's recalling the name of someone you met briefly or remembering the smell of your favorite childhood meal, Your brain is constantly storing and retrieving seemingly insignificant bits of information without your active awareness. These tiny details might seem trivial at first, but they play a significant role in your daily life, influencing your decisions and interactions. Your brain is wired to filter and prioritize information, storing details that might seem irrelevant in the moment but hold deeper value later. For instance, your mind might remember the exact shade of a person's shirt during a conversation, or the sound of a bird chirping outside your window. This seemingly minor information often surfaces when you least expect it, filling in gaps or offering insights that shape your understanding of a situation. This ability to recall small details is a key part of how we navigate the world. It allows us to connect the dots between past experiences, enhancing problem-solving and decision-making. It also plays a crucial role in social interactions. Remembering the little things, like a colleague's favorite coffee order or the details of a friend's life story, can deepen relationships and foster trust. What's truly remarkable is that your mind is always working to retain these small details. Even when you're not consciously trying to remember, your brain is actively cataloging information. It's one of the many ways your mind subtly shapes your reality, linking the past with the present and ensuring that no detail is ever truly forgotten. The mind scans for threats. The mind's ability to scan for threats is a deeply ingrained survival mechanism that operates continuously, often without you even noticing. It's a process that has evolved over millennia, designed to keep you safe from danger by alerting you to potential risks in your environment. Whether you're walking down a crowded street or sitting in a quiet room, your brain is constantly on high alert, scanning for anything that could pose a threat to your safety. At the core of this process is the brain's survival system, which includes regions like the amygdala, responsible for detecting danger. From the moment you step into a new situation, your mind begins evaluating the environment, picking up on subtle cues that might signal danger, the sound of footsteps behind you, an unfamiliar face in a crowd, or even a slight change in someone's body language. Your brain processes all of these things rapidly, determining whether they pose any risk. This subconscious scanning happens so fast that you don't consciously recognize it. The moment your brain detects a potential threat, it triggers an immediate response, activating your fight or flight response. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and you become hyper-aware of your surroundings, ready to react to any danger that might arise. What's truly remarkable is that the mind does all of this without your active involvement. It's a protective system designed to keep you safe, anticipating threats before they fully materialize. The mind's constant vigilance ensures that you're always prepared to face whatever dangers may come your way, often long before you consciously realize there's a risk at all. The mind follows social norms. The mind's ability to follow social norms is one of the most powerful forces shaping human behavior, often operating without conscious thought. From a young age, you're taught by society what's acceptable and what's not, and your mind internalizes these rules to guide your actions. Whether you're aware of it or not, your brain is constantly processing social cues, adjusting your behavior to fit into the norms of the group you're with. Social norms are the unwritten rules that govern how people behave in a given context. These norms vary from culture to culture, but the mind instinctively learns to follow them in order to belong, gain approval, and avoid conflict. Whether it's shaking hands when you meet someone, maintaining personal space, or using polite language, your mind automatically guides your behavior to fit these expectations. The reason this process feels so effortless is that your mind is wired to adapt and conform to the social environment. As social creatures, human beings have evolved to live in groups, and the mind's ability to follow norms ensures harmony and cooperation. When you follow these norms, you're more likely to be accepted, fostering connections and relationships. When you break them, you might feel uncomfortable or even rejected, as your mind alerts you to the social disconnect. What's truly fascinating is that much of this happens subconsciously. You don't have to actively think about the appropriate way to behave in most social settings. Your mind has already internalized these norms. The ability to instinctively follow social rules is a key part of what allows societies to function smoothly, guiding interactions and creating a sense of order in the world. The mind controls breathing rate. The mind's ability to control your breathing rate is one of its most fundamental yet underappreciated functions. Every moment of your life, whether you're asleep, stressed, or calm, your brain regulates your breath, adjusting the rate and depth to suit the demands of your body. It happens automatically, yet has a profound impact on your physical and emotional state. Breathing is vital for life, and the mind's control over it is a perfect balance between subconscious and conscious processes. When you're at rest, your breathing slows down to conserve energy, allowing you to relax and rejuvenate. However, in moments of stress or danger, your brain instinctively speeds up your breathing, triggering the fight-or-flight response. It ensures that oxygen is rapidly delivered to your muscles, preparing you to react quickly. This natural regulation is so subtle that it often goes unnoticed until your body is under extreme conditions. But the mind's influence over your breathing isn't limited to moments of crisis. You can consciously alter your breath at will, taking deep, slow breaths to calm yourself, or speeding up your breath during physical exertion. This dual control is what makes breathing so unique. It's automatic when needed, yet also malleable by your conscious mind. It's why deep breathing techniques are often used to reduce anxiety and improve focus. By intentionally slowing your breath, you can influence your mental state, reducing stress and gaining clarity. This seamless balance of unconscious and conscious control over breathing is a constant reminder of how the mind supports and protects the body, adjusting to both internal and external needs with remarkable precision. The mind makes quick decisions based on past experiences. The mind's ability to make quick decisions based on past experiences is a remarkable and essential function that operates constantly, guiding your actions even before you have the chance to think consciously. This process is deeply rooted in the way your brain learns and adapts, helping you navigate the world with speed and efficiency. Every day, your mind is drawing on a vast library of past experiences, using them to influence your choices in the present moment, often in a split second. At its core, this decision-making process is a survival mechanism. The mind learns from previous encounters, whether successful or not, and stores those lessons in the form of memories. When faced with a similar situation, your brain doesn't need to start from scratch. Instead, it immediately pulls from those stored experiences, analyzing the current circumstances and quickly applying the best course of action. This allows you to react swiftly, whether it's crossing the street, handling a tricky conversation, or avoiding potential danger. The fascinating part is that these decisions often happen subconsciously. Your mind is constantly processing vast amounts of information, even when you aren't actively aware of it. It's as if your brain is running a continuous background program, comparing the present moment to past patterns and drawing conclusions without any deliberate effort on your part. While this ability allows you to make fast, instinctive decisions, it's also shaped by the emotions and experiences tied to those memories. It's a process that enables you to move through life more fluidly, making choices quickly and effectively based on the rich tapestry of your past. The mind adapts to light changes. The mind's ability to adapt to changes in light is a silent but crucial function that ensures your comfort and alertness throughout the day, whether stepping into a brightly lit room after being in the dark or adjusting to the soft light of the evening. Your brain instinctively helps you acclimate to the shifting environment, without you even thinking about it. This seamless adaptation is essential for navigating the world and maintaining your natural rhythms. At the core of this process is your brain's connection to the eyes. When the intensity of light changes, specialized cells in your eyes send signals to the brain, prompting it to adjust your vision and internal state accordingly. If you enter a dimly lit area, your mind triggers your pupils to dilate, allowing more light in to help you see better. Conversely, when exposed to bright light, your pupils constrict, reducing the amount of light entering the eyes to protect them from damage. This adaptive response doesn't just affect your eyes, it also influences your internal clock. Light exposure is key to regulating circadian rhythms, the biological processes that govern your sleep-wake cycle. In the morning, the bright sunlight signals to your brain that it's time to wake up and be alert. As evening approaches, lower light levels trigger the release of melatonin, signaling to your mind and body that it's time to relax and prepare for rest. These adaptations happen so effortlessly that you may never consciously notice them. Yet, they are vital to how your mind maintains your balance and energy levels throughout the day, ensuring that you remain attuned to the world around you no matter the lighting conditions. The mind recognizes familiar faces. The mind's ability to recognize familiar faces is a remarkable, yet often unnoticed skill that plays a pivotal role in how we navigate social interactions. From the moment you meet someone, your brain begins storing the intricate details of their face, shapes, proportions, and unique features, allowing you to instantly recognize them the next time you cross paths. This skill goes beyond simply remembering someone. It's about connecting on a deeper level, allowing for meaningful social interactions and emotional bonds to form. Humans have evolved to be hypersensitive to faces, a trait rooted in survival. Recognizing faces quickly is vital for building relationships, avoiding threats, and strengthening social connections. Your brain is equipped with specialized neural circuits that are dedicated solely to facial recognition, making it possible for you to identify a person almost effortlessly, even in a crowded room or after long periods of separation. These circuits can pick up on subtle nuances, like the slight changes in expression or the way someone carries themselves, that help distinguish one person from another. What's fascinating is that this process happens automatically and instantly. You don't have to think about it. When you see a familiar face, your brain begins matching it with the mental image stored from your previous encounters, triggering recognition before you even consciously register the person. It's this quick and seamless recognition that helps build trust, strengthens relationships, and fosters emotional connections. Your mind's ability to remember and recognize faces creates an invisible thread, linking you to the people around you in ways you might not even realize. The mind processes emotional cues. The mind's ability to process emotional cues is a deeply ingrained skill that shapes how we interact with the world and others. Every day, your brain is constantly scanning for subtle signs of emotion in the people around you, interpreting facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language to determine how someone is feeling. These cues, often imperceptible to the conscious mind, trigger immediate emotional responses that guide your actions, reactions, and decisions in real time. This process is an essential survival mechanism, allowing humans to quickly assess and react to social and environmental dynamics. From the moment you meet someone, your mind is already analyzing the smallest changes in their facial expression, the pitch of their voice, and even the way they carry themselves. Is there tension in their posture? Are their eyes narrowed in suspicion, or do they soften with kindness? All of these emotional cues are processed subconsciously, helping you gauge whether someone is trustworthy, approachable, or perhaps even a threat. Your brain is equipped with specialized neural systems designed to read and respond to these emotional signals, an ability honed over centuries of social evolution. It helps you connect with others on a deeper, instinctual level, forming bonds based on empathy and understanding. This unconscious processing occurs so rapidly that you're often unaware of it, yet it profoundly influences your social interactions, guiding your behavior and shaping the way you respond to the people in your life. The mind's ability to process emotional cues is a powerful tool in communication, helping you navigate relationships and the complexities of human interaction with ease. The mind stores emotional memories. The mind's ability to store emotional memories is a deeply ingrained process that shapes who you are, how you feel, and how you respond to the world around you. Every significant event, whether joyful or painful, leaves an imprint on your memory, often accompanied by strong emotions. These emotional memories are not just recollections of past events, but powerful guides that influence your current thoughts, feelings, and behavior. When you experience something emotional, your brain activates the amygdala, a region associated with processing emotions, and the hippocampus, which stores memories. This combination ensures that emotionally charged events are encoded more vividly and persistently than neutral ones. Positive experiences like the warmth of a hug or the thrill of success create emotional memories that fuel happiness and confidence. Conversely, painful memories, such as loss, rejection, or fear, are also stored, triggering emotional responses when similar situations arise. What's remarkable about emotional memories is how they influence your present and future. The brain doesn't just store facts, it keeps the emotional context tied to those events. This emotional connection helps you learn from the past, guiding your decisions and interactions. For example, if you experience betrayal, your mind may become more cautious in relationships, subconsciously steering you away from situations that might trigger similar pain. Even when you're not consciously thinking about these memories, they continue to shape your emotional landscape. The mind's ability to store and retrieve these emotional experiences makes you who you are, coloring how you view the world, how you relate to others, and how you protect yourself from harm. The mind improves decisions with past information. The mind's ability to improve decisions with past information is a powerful and often subconscious process that shapes the choices you make every day. Each experience, conversation, or moment of reflection becomes a piece of data that your brain stores and recalls when needed. This mental database influences how you approach future situations, guiding you to make better, more informed decisions without you even realizing it. From the moment you face a new situation, your brain automatically taps into its storehouse of memories, drawing from past successes and failures. This process is like a mental shortcut, allowing you to avoid mistakes you've made before and to repeat actions that led to positive outcomes. It's your brain's way of learning and adapting, ensuring that the more you experience, the better equipped you are to handle life's challenges. For example, if you've encountered a similar problem before, your mind recalls how you solved it, making it easier to take action swiftly and confidently. This system works seamlessly in both personal and professional settings, influencing everything from social interactions to business decisions. When faced with a difficult choice, your brain sifts through past experiences, weighing options based on what's worked in the past. This automatic process ensures that you're always moving forward, refining your decision-making skills over time. The mind's capacity to use past information not only enhances your decision-making, but helps you grow, learn, and evolve with every choice you make. The mind interprets ambiguous information. The mind's ability to interpret ambiguous information is one of the most powerful cognitive skills it possesses. Every day, you're faced with situations where the information you receive isn't clear-cut. Whether it's a vague comment from a colleague, a confusing text message, or an unclear set of instructions, your mind is constantly at work, piecing together the fragments to create meaning. This process happens rapidly and often subconsciously, shaping how you perceive and react to the world around you. At the core of this ability is your brain's incredible capacity to fill in gaps. When faced with uncertainty, your mind taps into previous experiences, context, and emotional cues to make sense of what's unclear. If someone gives you a half smile, for instance, your mind might read it as friendly or, based on the situation, as sarcastic. When you hear a cryptic message, your brain uses past knowledge to infer the most likely meaning, even if the information is sparse. This skill evolved to help us navigate the complexities of human interaction and the unpredictable nature of life. It's a survival mechanism. Your brain constantly predicts and adapts, interpreting vague or incomplete information to help you make decisions. The beauty of this ability lies in its speed and efficiency. In moments of uncertainty, your brain quickly constructs plausible interpretations that guide your behavior, often before you consciously realize it. The mind's knack for interpreting ambiguity ensures you can continue moving through life smoothly, making decisions, solving problems, and understanding others, even when not all the facts are available. The mind forms expectations about the future. The mind's ability to form expectations about the future is a profound and essential cognitive function that influences every decision, emotion, and action. From the moment you wake up, your brain begins predicting what might happen based on past experiences, current circumstances, and patterns it has learned over time. These expectations shape how you approach life, guiding your choices and preparing you for what lies ahead, often without you even realizing it. At the heart of this process is your brain's constant comparison between the present moment and prior experiences. It looks for patterns, recognizing similarities in situations and using them to predict what might happen next. If you've had positive experiences in certain settings, like a productive meeting at work, your mind expects similar outcomes in the future. Conversely, if you face disappointment or failure, the brain may prepare you for the possibility of similar outcomes, influencing your emotional state and approach. This ability to anticipate the future serves as a survival mechanism, allowing you to make quick decisions and act with a sense of purpose. Your mind's predictions are not always accurate, yet they are powerful in shaping your behavior. For example, when you expect success in an endeavor, you're more likely to take proactive steps and stay motivated. However, if you fear failure, those expectations can make you more cautious or even paralyze you with anxiety. These subconscious expectations are constantly being updated, helping you navigate the world with a sense of direction. They prepare you for the unknown, enabling you to face the future with a mental framework that shapes your emotional responses, decisions, and actions. The mind links new information to existing knowledge. The mind's ability to link new information to existing knowledge is one of its most sophisticated and essential functions. Whenever you encounter something new, whether it's a fact, concept, or experience, your brain doesn't just process it in isolation. Instead, it seamlessly connects the new with the old, weaving it into your mental framework of what you already know. This process allows you to make sense of new experiences and retain them more effectively. When new information enters your mind, it's like a puzzle piece that fits into a pre-existing structure. Your brain automatically looks for similarities or patterns in the new information and links it to relevant memories, past experiences, or learned concepts. This connection not only makes the new information easier to understand, but it also enhances memory retention. For example, when learning a new language, you associate unfamiliar words with familiar objects or concepts, making it easier to recall them later. The more connections your brain can make between new and existing knowledge, the stronger and more lasting your understanding becomes. This linking process is crucial in everyday life, whether you're solving a problem, learning a new skill, or navigating social situations. It allows your mind to build on past experiences, turning each new piece of information into a stepping stone for greater understanding. By continuously linking new knowledge to what you already know, your mind creates a cohesive mental map that grows richer and more detailed over time, making you more adaptable and better equipped to handle the challenges life throws your way. The mind calms nerves under stress. The mind's ability to calm nerves under stress is one of its most vital and adaptive functions, designed to help you survive and perform even in high-pressure situations. Whether you're facing a looming deadline, public speaking, or a personal crisis, your mind has an incredible ability to sense when you're overwhelmed and take steps to reduce anxiety, bringing you back to a state of balance and clarity. At the heart of this process is your brain's intricate stress response system. When you experience stress, your body releases hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, preparing you for a fight or flight response. However, the mind works just as swiftly to counteract these effects, activating the parasympathetic nervous system to calm the body. This process often happens so seamlessly that you might not even notice it. The deep breath you take, the slow exhale, or the natural calming of your heartbeat as your brain shifts your body back to a more relaxed state. Your mind doesn't just react to stress, it actively engages in restoring equilibrium. It uses various coping mechanisms such as mindfulness, emotional regulation, and even the subconscious recognition of safe environments. For example, when you're aware of a threat, but also recognize that you're safe, your mind can decrease the anxiety levels, signaling to your body that there's no need for heightened fear. It's a mental balancing act that allows you to remain focused and resilient, even when emotions run high. The mind's ability to calm nerves under stress is vital, not only for survival, but for maintaining your well-being, ensuring that you don't just survive high-stress moments, but can thrive through them. The mind recognizes conversation patterns. The mind's ability to recognize conversation patterns is an essential, yet often overlooked aspect of communication. From the moment you engage in a conversation, your brain is already at work, analyzing the rhythm, flow, and underlying structure of the exchange. This subconscious process allows you to predict what might come next, respond appropriately, and maintain a natural, smooth interaction. At its core, the mind is wired to detect familiar patterns in speech. When you talk to someone, your brain listens not just to the words, but to the tone, pace, and pauses in the conversation. Over time, it learns the typical flow of dialogue, how people ask questions, share experiences, or offer feedback. This recognition helps you navigate conversations without having to think about it consciously. For instance, when someone pauses after asking you a question, your mind instinctively prepares you to respond, picking up on social cues to ensure the conversation keeps moving. What's fascinating is that this pattern recognition goes beyond just the words. The mind picks up on the emotional undertones, such as when someone's voice rises in excitement or drops in concern. Your brain responds to these shifts, guiding your own emotional tone and reaction. This instinctive understanding allows you to connect with others more deeply, intuitively knowing when to show empathy, agree, challenge, or offer support. This ability to recognize and adapt to conversation patterns is vital for social interaction. It helps you engage in meaningful exchanges, forming stronger connections, and making communication feel effortless. The mind's subtle mastery of these patterns is a key part of how we connect, understand, and influence others without ever needing to think about the mechanics of it. The mind understands words instantly. The mind's ability to understand words instantly is a remarkable and often unconscious skill that shapes every conversation, book, and interaction you have. When someone speaks, your brain doesn't just hear the sounds, it immediately interprets them, turning abstract noises into coherent meaning. This instant processing is one of the cornerstones of communication, enabling you to engage in complex conversations effortlessly and rapidly. From the moment a word is spoken, your mind begins decoding it at lightning speed, pulling from your extensive mental vocabulary and knowledge of grammar, tone, and context. Your brain doesn't need time to pause and analyze the meaning of each individual word. It recognizes patterns and associations instantly, processing entire sentences in real time. It's why you can understand someone's speech without consciously thinking about it, even when they speak quickly or use unfamiliar terms. What's fascinating is that this process is deeply ingrained in the brain. As children, we learn the meanings of words through repetition and experience, and over time, this ability becomes second nature. The more you engage with language, the more efficient your brain becomes at processing it. The ability to understand words instantly also goes beyond simple vocabulary. Your brain interprets emotions, sarcasm, humor, and intentions embedded in speech, offering deeper layers of meaning without you needing to actively analyze every sentence. This seamless flow of understanding allows you to communicate fluidly, react appropriately in conversations, and make sense of the world around you without conscious effort. The mind's instant comprehension of words is an unseen force that keeps language a natural, effortless part of daily life. The mind reads body language. The mind's ability to read body language is a remarkable skill that influences how we navigate the world and interact with others, often without us even realizing it. Every time you engage with someone, your brain is subconsciously analyzing their physical movements, posture, facial expressions, and gestures to decipher unspoken emotions and intentions. It's as if your mind has a built-in radar that picks up on the tiniest cues to help you understand what others are feeling or thinking. This ability is deeply rooted in evolution, where reading body language was essential for survival. In ancient times, understanding the subtle movements of others, like a raised eyebrow, a shift in posture, or a clenched fist, could mean the difference between danger or safety. Today, this skill still serves as a vital tool for social interaction, helping you form deeper connections and avoid misunderstandings. Whether you're in a business meeting, on a date, or having a conversation with a friend, your brain is constantly processing these nonverbal signals to guide your responses. The mind's interpretation of body language goes beyond just recognizing signs of aggression or affection. It helps you gauge someone's level of engagement, trustworthiness, and emotional state. For example, crossed arms might signal defensiveness, while leaning forward can indicate interest and openness. These cues guide your behavior, enabling you to adjust your actions in real time, creating smoother, more effective interactions. By reading body language, your mind picks up on emotions and intentions that words alone can't convey, allowing you to navigate social dynamics with greater understanding and empathy. The mind filters distractions. When focused. The mind's ability to filter distractions when focused is a remarkable and essential aspect of cognitive control. In today's world, where distractions are constantly vying for your attention, your brain has developed an intricate system to help you maintain focus and stay on task. This subconscious process ensures that you can block out irrelevant stimuli and concentrate on what matters most, whether you're working, studying, or engaging in a conversation. When you're focused on a task, your mind works like a filter, sifting through the noise and ignoring anything that doesn't align with your immediate goal. It does this by prioritizing the most relevant information and suppressing any background chatter or unrelated stimuli. For example, if you're reading a book in a noisy cafe, your mind filters out the conversations, music, and clattering dishes, allowing you to absorb the words on the page. Similarly, when you're deep in conversation, your mind tunes out background noises, ensuring that you can stay engaged with the person in front of you. This ability to filter distractions is a direct result of your brain's executive functions, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for managing attention and controlling impulses. When you're engaged in a task, the brain's focus mechanisms suppress irrelevant information, helping you maintain clarity and prevent your attention from drifting. The more you practice focusing, the better your mind becomes at filtering out distractions, making it easier to stay in the flow and achieve your goals. It's a powerful, automatic process that keeps you anchored in the present moment, no matter the noise around you. The mind evaluates risks instinctively. The mind's ability to evaluate risks instinctively is a deeply ingrained survival mechanism, operating behind the scenes to keep you safe. From a young age, your brain learns to quickly assess situations, weighing potential dangers and rewards, often before you even consciously register them. This automatic risk evaluation allows you to navigate the world with a heightened sense of awareness, making decisions that keep you out of harm's way without you needing to think about it. When you face an unfamiliar situation, whether it's a new environment, a social interaction, or a physical challenge, your brain rapidly scans for clues that indicate danger or safety. It draws on past experiences, intuition, and emotional responses to gauge whether something is worth pursuing or avoiding. For example, when walking down a dark alley, your mind instinctively evaluates the environment, subconsciously weighing the presence of shadows, sounds, or the behavior of others. This internal calculation can make you feel uneasy or more alert without you having to consciously analyze each detail. This instinctive risk assessment is rooted in our evolutionary past, where quick decision-making was essential for survival. Your brain has developed to prioritize your well-being, triggering the fight-or-flight response when necessary, or calming you down when there's no real threat. It happens so rapidly and automatically that you may not even realize the mental calculations happening in the background. In every moment of uncertainty, your mind is constantly evaluating risks, guiding your actions with an incredible, subconscious precision that has kept humans safe for generations. The mind shapes self-esteem through daily experiences. The mind's ability to shape self-esteem through daily experiences is a subtle yet profound process that impacts how you see yourself and interact with the world. Every day, the interactions you have, the challenges you face, and the internal conversations you engage in contribute to how you view your worth. Your mind constantly evaluates these experiences, influencing your confidence and sense of self. At its core, self-esteem is shaped by your perceptions of your abilities, appearance, and value. When you succeed or receive positive feedback, your mind reinforces those experiences, boosting your confidence and sense of self-worth. Conversely, failures or criticism can trigger negative thoughts, which, over time, erode your self-esteem. The fascinating part is that this process is not only based on the facts of your experiences, but also how you interpret them. Your mind continuously filters the feedback you receive, often reinforcing your beliefs about yourself. If you've had a series of small successes, your brain stores these victories, building a positive self-image. On the flip side, when you face setbacks, the mind tends to focus on those as well, leading you to question your abilities or feel less capable. This ongoing cycle, driven by your day-to-day experiences, shapes the lens through which you see yourself and your potential. What's truly powerful is that your mind has the ability to change this narrative by consciously challenging negative thoughts and reinforcing positive ones. You can reshape your self-esteem, allowing your daily experiences to build a stronger, more confident version of yourself. The mind syncs internal clock with sunlight. The mind's ability to sync its internal clock with sunlight is a fascinating and vital process that influences your sleep-wake cycle, mood, and overall energy levels. From the moment sunlight hits your eyes in the morning, your brain begins to adjust and regulate your body's circadian rhythms, which control your biological functions over a 24-hour period. This synchronization allows you to feel awake, alert, and energized during the day, while also preparing you for rest when the sun sets. At the core of this process is the hypothalamus, which responds to light exposure by signaling the production of certain hormones, including cortisol, which helps you feel alert and awake. When you wake up to natural sunlight, the brain's light receptors send signals to the hypothalamus, resetting your internal clock and promoting a sense of wakefulness. Conversely, as the sun sets and light diminishes, the production of melatonin increases, signaling to your mind that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. This natural connection between light and the brain's internal clock has evolved to keep us in sync with the Earth's daily cycle. It helps regulate not just our sleep, but also our mood, cognitive performance, and physical health. When you expose yourself to sunlight in the morning, your mind aligns itself with the natural rhythm of day and night, helping you feel more balanced, energized, and focused. This is why spending time in natural light is so important for maintaining good mental and physical health. The mind identifies safety risks. The mind's ability to identify safety risks is a crucial survival mechanism that works automatically, keeping you alert and prepared in any situation. From the moment you step into an unfamiliar environment, your brain is hard at work, scanning for potential dangers. It detects subtle cues, whether it's an unusual sound, a shift in the atmosphere, or a change in someone's behavior, that indicate something may be wrong. This instinctive response helps you react before consciously processing the threat, ensuring your safety and well-being. Your brain is wired to identify threats using patterns from past experiences, cultural knowledge, and environmental signals. This pattern recognition happens rapidly and without conscious effort. For example, when walking through a crowded street, your mind picks up on small details, such as the tense posture of a stranger or the abrupt movements of a vehicle, signaling a potential risk. It's these small, often unnoticed cues that trigger your mind's instinctive warning system, nudging you to make safer choices, like crossing the street or avoiding eye contact with a suspicious person. This ability is deeply rooted in your evolutionary history. Early humans relied on their brain's capacity to spot threats in their environment, be it a predator, a dangerous weather pattern, or an unstable social interaction. Today, the mind still operates with this same primal instinct, helping you avoid harm in the modern world. Whether it's physical danger or emotional vulnerability, the mind identifies risks instantly, allowing you to react swiftly and protect yourself without even thinking about it. The mind remembers faces long-term. The mind's ability to remember faces long-term is an extraordinary function built deeply into the brain's design. From the moment you encounter someone, your mind begins recording their facial features, expressions, and unique characteristics. This process happens so automatically that you may not even notice it, but it plays a crucial role in how you form relationships and navigate social environments. At the heart of this ability is the brain's specialized face recognition system, which is more advanced than any other type of visual processing. The fusiform face area, FFA, located in the temporal lobe, is dedicated solely to recognizing faces. This area of the brain works tirelessly, creating lasting impressions of the faces you meet, allowing you to recognize them even years later. Whether it's a friend you haven't seen in years or a stranger from a brief encounter, your mind can retain those face-specific details with remarkable accuracy. What's even more fascinating is how the mind links these faces to emotions and experiences. When you meet someone and connect emotionally, the brain strengthens the memory, allowing you to recall not just their appearance, but the feelings and context of that interaction. This ability to remember faces long-term is rooted in survival, as it helps you identify allies, threats, or familiar faces in a crowd. It helps you build connections and form social bonds, enhancing your ability to navigate the complexities of human interaction. This subconscious processing ensures that you never forget a face once it's been encoded into your memory, making it an invaluable tool for social navigation and emotional connection. The mind stores social interactions. The mind's ability to store social interactions is a crucial mechanism that shapes your relationships, self-image, and overall social behavior. Every time you meet someone, have a conversation, or engage in a meaningful exchange, your brain is actively encoding and storing those moments. This process goes beyond simply remembering the details of the interaction. It also captures the emotions, reactions, and social cues involved, influencing how you approach future interactions. At the heart of this process is the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for memory formation, and the amygdala, which stores emotional experiences. When you engage with others, your brain doesn't just record the facts of the conversation, but also the feelings attached to it. For example, meeting someone new may trigger feelings of excitement or anxiety, and these emotions become part of the memory, influencing how you perceive that person in the future. Similarly, positive experiences, like laughter or support, are stored with a sense of warmth and trust, making you more likely to seek those individuals out again. These stored social interactions are not just passive recollections. They actively shape your behavior. Your mind uses these past experiences to guide your future interactions, helping you navigate complex social landscapes. If you've had positive experiences in similar social settings, your brain will anticipate a similar outcome, making you more comfortable. On the other hand, negative social interactions can trigger avoidance or caution in future encounters. The mind's ability to store and retrieve these memories helps you understand others, predict social dynamics, and connect on a deeper level, all while shaping your social identity and emotional well-being. The mind adjusts voice pitch. The mind's ability to adjust voice pitch is a subtle yet powerful tool that influences how we communicate and connect with others. Without conscious effort, your brain continuously modulates the tone and pitch of your voice, often based on the situation, emotions, and social context. Whether you're speaking to a friend, negotiating a deal, or comforting a loved one, your voice pitch naturally shifts to convey the right message and to elicit the response you desire. This adjustment happens instinctively, rooted in the deep connection between our emotions and vocal expressions. When you're feeling relaxed and comfortable, your voice tends to be lower and steadier. However, in moments of excitement, fear, or joy, your pitch naturally rises. This dynamic shift helps others interpret your emotions and intentions, allowing you to communicate more effectively without needing to say a word about your feelings. It's why a soothing, low pitch is used to calm someone, while a higher pitch might signal excitement or urgency. The mind also adjusts voice pitch based on social context and the people around you. When speaking to a boss, for instance, your pitch may become more controlled and formal, while with close friends, it may naturally become lighter and more relaxed. These subtle shifts in vocal tone create harmony and connection with others, helping you establish rapport and build trust. Your mind's ability to adjust pitch is an invisible yet essential part of social communication, guiding how you're perceived and how your messages are received. The mind matches mood to environment. The mind's ability to match mood to environment is a powerful, subconscious process that shapes how we experience the world. It's as if your brain instinctively tunes your emotions to align with the setting or situation you find yourself in, helping you adapt and respond accordingly. Whether you're in a lively crowd or a quiet, peaceful room, your mind is constantly adjusting your emotional state to fit the environment. This ability is rooted in your brain's survival instinct, helping you navigate social and physical spaces with emotional awareness. When you enter a chaotic, high-energy setting, like a party or a bustling city street, your mind naturally increases your alertness and excitement, adjusting your mood to match the energy of the environment. Conversely, in quieter or more relaxed settings, like a calm park or during a moment of solitude, your brain helps shift your mood to a state of calm and reflection, lowering stress and anxiety. What's fascinating is how quickly this emotional adaptation occurs. Without you actively thinking about it, your brain uses sensory input, sounds, visuals, and even social cues to assess the environment and align your mood. If you're walking into a meeting, for instance, your mind subtly shifts your mood to one of focus and professionalism, even if you were feeling distracted moments before. This automatic adjustment ensures that you respond to each situation in a way that feels natural, helping you connect with your surroundings and navigate social dynamics with ease. Your mind's ability to match mood to environment allows you to move through life more fluidly, emotionally attuned to every moment. The mind responds to physical sensations. The mind's ability to respond to physical sensations is a deeply integrated process that links your body's state with your emotional and mental well-being. Every sensation, whether it's the touch of a soft fabric, the pain from a cut, or the warmth of the sun on your skin, triggers an immediate response in the mind, shaping how you feel and react to the world around you. This constant communication between the body and mind is vital for your survival, comfort, and emotional balance. When your body experiences a physical sensation, sensory neurons send signals to your brain where they are processed and interpreted. For example, when you feel pain, your mind doesn't just register the discomfort, it also triggers an emotional response, perhaps stress, fear, or even anxiety. Conversely, pleasurable sensations like a gentle breeze or a soothing touch can trigger feelings of calm and happiness. Your mind processes these physical cues instantly, often shaping your behavior or mood in response. What's remarkable is how the mind links physical sensations to emotions and memories. A particular scent may remind you of a loved one, or the feeling of soft rain on your skin might evoke a sense of nostalgia. These sensory experiences are stored in the brain and influence how you perceive similar sensations in the future. Your mind doesn't just react to physical sensations in isolation. It intertwines them with your emotional state, past experiences, and personal context, creating a rich, multi-layered response to the world around you. The mind keeps thoughts on track. The mind's ability to keep thoughts on track is an essential function that allows us to stay focused and organized, even in the midst of distractions. Every day, you juggle countless thoughts, ideas, and emotions, yet your brain automatically works to maintain a clear direction for your thinking. Whether you're working on a project, solving a problem, or having a conversation, your mind acts as an internal guide, steering you back when you veer off course. This mental navigation system is built on a combination of memory, attention, and executive functions. When you begin to stray from the task at hand, whether due to external distractions or wandering thoughts, your mind instinctively brings you back. It draws from past knowledge and experiences to refocus your attention, helping you maintain clarity and progress. This is why you can get immersed in a book or conversation without constantly reminding yourself to stay engaged. Your mind does it automatically. The mind's ability to keep thoughts on track also relies on its remarkable filtering system. It continuously assesses the relevance of each thought and filters out what's unnecessary or distracting, allowing you to stay mentally aligned with your current goal or task. When you're brainstorming or processing new information, the mind connects ideas, making sure that each thought flows logically and cohesively. In moments of stress or uncertainty, this ability is particularly important, allowing you to regain focus quickly and stay in control, no matter how chaotic the environment around you might be. The mind reacts emotionally to stimuli. The mind's ability to react emotionally to stimuli is one of the most powerful and instinctive processes that shapes how you experience the world around you. From the warmth of a loved one's touch to the sudden jolt of fear triggered by a loud noise, your brain is constantly responding to stimuli with immediate emotional reactions, often before you have time to consciously process them. This automatic response is rooted in survival. The brain's emotional centers, particularly the amygdala, are wired to quickly detect and react to stimuli that could signal danger or reward. When something unexpected happens, a sudden movement, a loud sound, or a visual cue, your brain instantly evaluates whether it's a threat or something positive, sparking an emotional reaction in an instant. For instance, you might feel a rush of fear when you hear a car screech nearby, or experience joy when you hear a familiar song on the radio. These emotional reactions happen so rapidly that you may not even recognize their origins. What's fascinating is how deeply intertwined these emotional responses are with your body. The brain sends signals that trigger physical reactions. Your heart races, your palms sweat, or your stomach tightens, creating a complete emotional experience. This immediate, unconscious reaction is a way for your brain to prepare you for action, signaling the need to fight, flee, or simply embrace the moment. These emotional responses help you navigate the world quickly, guiding your decisions, interactions, and responses based on what your mind perceives as important or threatening, shaping how you connect with your environment and others around you. The mind detects sarcasm. The mind's ability to detect sarcasm is a fascinating example of its sophisticated social processing capabilities. Sarcasm involves saying something that's intentionally opposite to what you mean, often with a tone, facial expression, or context that clues the listener in on the true message. Despite the apparent contradiction, your mind is incredibly adept at recognizing this subtle form of communication, decoding not just the words, but also the underlying emotional cues that reveal the speaker's true intent. When someone speaks sarcastically, your brain picks up on multiple signals: the tone of voice, facial expressions, and body language. A sarcastic comment might be delivered in an exaggerated or flat tone, or with a slight smile that contradicts the words being spoken. Your mind instantly senses the incongruity between the words and the delivery, allowing you to interpret the statement correctly. This skill develops early in life, as humans are highly attuned to social nuances and the need to navigate complex communication. What's truly remarkable is that this ability operates unconsciously. Even if you don't consciously realize it, your brain is analyzing the emotional context of a conversation and adjusting your understanding accordingly. Detecting sarcasm is part of the mind's broader ability to interpret social cues and navigate complex social interactions, making it easier to relate to others and avoid misunderstandings. Without this skill, communication would be more literal, and many social dynamics would be lost. The mind's ability to detect sarcasm, therefore, is essential for understanding humor, building rapport, and deciphering the subtleties of human interaction, the mind senses danger instinctively. The mind's ability to sense danger instinctively is a primal function that has been honed over centuries to ensure survival. This unconscious response is triggered the moment a threat is perceived, whether it's physical, emotional, or psychological. The mind does not need to analyze the situation fully to react. It relies on an intricate system that quickly scans the environment for potential dangers, often before you even consciously recognize them. The brain uses past experiences, body language, and environmental cues to assess whether a situation is safe or harmful. When a potential threat is detected, the mind sends signals to the body to prepare for action, whether it's triggering the fight or flight response, increasing heart rate, or sharpening focus. This instinctive process is fast, often happening in a fraction of a second, ensuring you're ready to respond to any danger. For example, when you're walking alone at night and hear footsteps behind you, your mind immediately activates a heightened sense of alertness, preparing your body for whatever might come next. This mechanism is rooted in the limbic system, the brain's emotional center, which reacts to sensory information and initiates a response long before your conscious mind can fully evaluate the situation. Over time, the mind has become finely tuned to danger signals, learning to interpret subtle signs of discomfort, fear, or hostility. In this way, your mind acts as an invisible protector, constantly scanning the world around you and alerting you to danger before you even realize it. The mind adapts to environmental changes. The mind's ability to adapt to environmental changes is a fundamental process that allows you to thrive in an ever-changing world. From the moment you step into a new situation, your brain begins assessing and adjusting to the shifting environment, ensuring that you respond effectively and maintain a sense of balance. Whether you're moving to a new city, transitioning to a different job, or simply navigating a change in weather, your mind instinctively tunes into the new circumstances, preparing you to face whatever comes next. This adaptive process is deeply rooted in the brain's survival mechanism. When faced with change, the mind quickly evaluates the new environment for potential risks and rewards. It takes in sensory information, processes it, and adjusts your emotional and physical responses accordingly. If you move to a bustling city, for example, your mind gradually adjusts your social behavior, making you more attuned to the fast pace, noise, and social cues. In a quieter setting, your mind slows down your responses, encouraging relaxation and reflection. The remarkable part of this adaptation is how seamlessly it occurs. Your brain constantly reshapes its responses based on the environment, adjusting your behavior, thoughts, and emotions to match the demands of the situation. This flexibility allows you to stay resilient, adjusting to challenges without feeling overwhelmed. It's this innate ability to adapt to environmental changes that ensures you can maintain your well-being, continue growing, and effectively navigate the complexities of life. The mind anticipates others' behavior. The mind's ability to anticipate others' behavior is one of the most powerful tools for navigating social interactions and building connections. From the moment you meet someone, your brain begins to analyze their actions, facial expressions, and speech patterns, using this information to predict how they might behave next. This subconscious ability is based on a complex interplay of past experiences, social cues, and learned patterns, allowing you to adapt and respond to situations with a sense of understanding and control. At the core of this process is your brain's capacity to recognize patterns. Over time, as you interact with people, your mind observes and catalogs their behavior, learning what they are likely to do in certain situations. For example, if a friend typically laughs after telling a joke, your brain anticipates that response and prepares to engage in a similar way. If someone you know is often quiet when stressed, your mind expects them to act the same in future stressful situations. This ability to predict behavior helps you navigate social interactions smoothly. It allows you to anticipate reactions, avoid conflicts, and adjust your own behavior accordingly. For example, if you know a colleague tends to become defensive when criticized, your brain prepares you to approach the conversation more delicately. These anticipations are often based on subtle cues that you may not consciously notice, but your mind processes them instantaneously. This capacity for prediction is vital for fostering trust and empathy. By anticipating others' behaviors, the mind creates an unspoken connection, helping you understand and relate to people on a deeper level, often before they even say a word. The mind shapes perception through experience. The mind's ability to shape perception through experience is one of the most powerful ways it influences how we see the world. From the moment we are born, the brain starts gathering information and organizing it based on our interactions with the environment. Over time, our accumulated experiences form the lens through which we interpret everything around us. Every encounter, every relationship, every challenge shapes the way we view people, situations, and even ourselves. This process is deeply rooted in the brain's ability to learn and adapt. As you experience the world, your brain constantly adjusts, creating mental models based on patterns and outcomes. For example, if you've had negative experiences with dogs, your mind may develop a fear-based perception of them, regardless of the dog's behavior in a particular moment. Similarly, positive experiences shape your perception of trust, safety, and happiness. Your brain links emotional responses to situations, allowing you to navigate life by relying on these internal maps of what to expect. What's remarkable is how this process occurs subconsciously. You don't consciously decide how to perceive every situation. Your mind automatically filters new information and interprets it based on past experiences. This shaping of perception helps you make quicker decisions, but it also limits or biases your view of the world. Whether you realize it or not, your past experiences guide your current perception, influencing how you react, how you connect with others, and how you interpret the world around you. The mind influences self-image. The mind's ability to influence self-image is one of the most powerful forces shaping how you see yourself and interact with the world. Every thought, experience, and interaction you have contributes to the way you perceive your worth, abilities, and place in society. This mental process is subtle yet profound, guiding how you navigate life and how you feel about your own value. Self-image is built from a combination of internal beliefs and external feedback. The mind takes in experiences, whether positive or negative, and forms perceptions about your capabilities, appearance, and identity. If you're constantly praised for your work or appearance, your mind reinforces those positive messages, building a stronger, more confident self-image. Conversely, criticism or failure can chip away at this image, leading to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. What's fascinating is that this influence is ongoing and dynamic. The mind continuously updates and reshapes your self-image based on new experiences and information. Each success or setback, each compliment or insult, subtly adjusts how you view yourself. This internal narrative often runs in the background, shaping your thoughts and actions without you consciously realizing it. Your self-image influences how you present yourself to others and how you respond to challenges. A strong, positive self-image can empower you to take risks, pursue goals, and engage confidently with the world. On the other hand, a negative self-image can hold you back, preventing you from reaching your full potential. The mind's role in shaping self-image is a constant, underlying force, guiding your behavior and emotional responses in ways that define your life's trajectory. The mind filters info in decision-making. The mind's ability to filter information in decision-making is a critical process that helps you navigate the complexities of everyday life. With countless pieces of information constantly bombarding your brain, your mind instinctively sifts through this overwhelming data, selecting the most relevant details to guide your choices. This subconscious filtering allows you to make decisions efficiently, often without even realizing how much information your mind is processing. At the core of this process is your brain's ability to prioritize and assess the importance of information based on past experiences, emotional context, and immediate goals. For example, when deciding what to eat for lunch, your mind doesn't consider every possible option. It focuses on factors like convenience, taste, and nutritional needs, filtering out irrelevant information like memories of past meals or abstract dietary advice. This allows you to quickly settle on a decision without overthinking every detail. The mind also uses cognitive shortcuts, or heuristics, to make quick decisions. These mental rules of thumb help your brain rapidly evaluate situations based on patterns and prior knowledge, saving you from having to process every piece of information. While this can speed up decision-making, it can also introduce biases, as your mind may overvalue certain information or ignore other important factors. What's remarkable about this process is how seamlessly it works. The mind constantly filters, prioritizes, and refines the information available to you, ensuring that you can make decisions swiftly and effectively. However, this filtering process is shaped by personal biases and emotional influences, meaning your decisions may be guided not just by facts, but also by your past experiences and current emotional state. The mind forms beliefs based on social experience. The mind's ability to form beliefs based on social experience is a powerful and subconscious process that shapes how we see the world and interact with others. From early childhood, humans are social creatures, learning from the behaviors, words, and emotions of those around them. Our beliefs, whether about people, society, or even ourselves, are often molded by the interactions we have with others, as we internalize the lessons and values we observe in our social environments. Every conversation, observation, or group interaction leaves an imprint on the mind, influencing how we perceive others and form opinions about the world. If you grow up in an environment where kindness and trust are valued, your mind is likely to develop the belief that people are generally good and deserving of trust. On the other hand, negative social experiences, such as betrayal or exclusion, can lead to beliefs about distrust or self-doubt. These beliefs are formed not through logical reasoning, but through repeated social encounters that influence our emotions and reactions. What's fascinating is that these beliefs are often adopted without conscious effort. Your mind is constantly processing social interactions, drawing conclusions, and forming beliefs based on what feels true in the context of your environment. Over time, these beliefs guide your behavior, shaping how you interact with others and how you interpret social situations. Whether you realize it or not, your social experiences are a driving force behind the belief systems that govern your relationships, shaping the way you navigate the world and your place in it. The mind provides subconscious problem solving. The mind's ability to provide subconscious problem solving is a fascinating and often underappreciated process that constantly shapes how you approach challenges in life. When faced with a difficult situation, whether it's a work-related dilemma or a personal struggle, your mind doesn't just leave you to figure it out on your own. It works behind the scenes, tapping into a vast reservoir of knowledge, experiences, and insights, often without you even realizing it. This process operates outside of your conscious awareness. When you're stuck or unsure about how to approach something, your brain continues to work through the problem. often making connections and associations that aren't immediately apparent. It might not be until hours later, or even after you've stepped away from the issue, that a solution comes to you seemingly out of nowhere. This is your subconscious mind at work, processing information, testing possible outcomes, and drawing on past experiences to find the best solution. The mind's ability to solve problems subconsciously is rooted in its constant information processing. Your brain never stops gathering, storing, and organizing data, which allows it to offer creative solutions in unexpected moments. Sometimes, the answer appears after you've relaxed or distracted yourself, proving that your brain has been quietly working in the background, evaluating options and weighing risks while you were focusing on something else. This subconscious problem solving is essential for overcoming challenges, helping you make decisions, and find solutions more efficiently than you might consciously expect. It's a powerful reminder that your mind is always working, even when you're not actively thinking about a problem. The mind decodes unfamiliar words. The mind's ability to decode unfamiliar words is a remarkable process that allows you to understand and integrate new information, even when you encounter words or phrases you've never heard before. This skill is essential for learning, communication, and expanding your vocabulary. The mind doesn't just rely on memorized definitions. Instead, it uses context, patterns, and prior knowledge to make educated guesses, helping you comprehend new words instantly. When you come across an unfamiliar word, your brain first assesses the context in which it's used. If you're reading a sentence, your mind looks at the surrounding words, sentence structure, and even the overall theme of the text to infer the meaning of the unknown word. This process is often intuitive, happening in real time, without you needing to stop and consciously think about the word's meaning. For instance, if you encounter the word ephemeral in a sentence like, "The beauty of the sunset was ephemeral," your brain automatically connects the unfamiliar word with the idea of something short-lived based on the surrounding context. Additionally, the mind draws from its existing knowledge of word roots, prefixes, and suffixes. If the word has a recognizable root, like benevolent or malicious, your brain will use that knowledge to infer the meaning of the unfamiliar term. This linguistic toolbox helps you decode new vocabulary and incorporate it into your understanding of language. What's truly fascinating is how this decoding happens effortlessly, often without you being aware of it. The mind continually updates its language processing systems, enabling you to understand and use unfamiliar words, expanding your cognitive reach and improving communication with every new encounter. The mind shapes worldview via media. The mind's ability to shape worldview via media is one of the most profound influences on how we understand and interpret the world around us. Every day, we're exposed to a constant stream of information, whether through television, social media, news articles, or even advertisements. This exposure doesn't just inform us, it actively shapes our perceptions, beliefs, and attitudes by providing a framework through which we interpret reality. From a young age, the mind absorbs media messages and begins to weave them into the fabric of our worldview. Whether it's the portrayal of certain cultures, political ideologies, or social norms, the media you consume influences how you see people, societies, and the events happening in the world. For example, watching the news may shape your beliefs about global politics, while the movies or TV shows you watch influence your ideas about love, success, or morality. Over time, these media portrayals become integrated into your subconscious, subtly shifting your perspectives without you even realizing it. What's truly powerful is how the mind processes media content. It doesn't simply accept information at face value. It filters and adapts it to fit within the context of your existing beliefs, often reinforcing what you already think and feel. This process can create a cycle where the media continuously shapes your view of the world, and your worldview influences how you engage with new media. In this way, the media plays a critical role in shaping not just what you know, but how you perceive the world around you. The mind predicts outcomes of actions. The mind's ability to predict outcomes of actions is one of the most remarkable aspects of human cognition. Every decision you make, whether minor or major, is guided by an underlying ability to anticipate what will happen next. This predictive power allows you to navigate life smoothly, making choices with an innate sense of what's likely to happen as a result. This skill is rooted in experience and pattern recognition. Your brain constantly draws from past encounters, using them to estimate the most probable outcomes in similar situations. For example, when deciding whether to speak up in a meeting, your mind pulls from previous experiences of how your words were received, quickly predicting whether your input will be accepted or met with resistance. It's a process that happens so rapidly you might not even be aware of it. What's fascinating is that this ability extends beyond conscious awareness. Your brain makes predictions about actions all the time, whether you're deciding how to respond to a text, navigating traffic, or choosing the best route to avoid a delay. Each decision is based on an unconscious evaluation of the likely results, helping you act more confidently and effectively. The mind uses countless cues, environmental, social, emotional, to make these predictions, constantly adjusting to new information as it arrives. This ability to predict outcomes is not perfect, but it's incredibly efficient. It helps you move through life with a sense of direction and purpose, guiding your decisions with remarkable accuracy, often before you even realize it. The mind adjusts focus. Based on emotions. The mind's ability to adjust focus based on emotions is an extraordinary and automatic process that deeply influences how you perceive and interact with the world. Your emotional state can dramatically shift the lens through which you see and process information, guiding your attention to what feels most relevant or pressing. Whether you're anxious, excited, or calm, your emotions instinctively shape where your mind directs its focus, often with little conscious effort. When you experience strong emotions, your brain prioritizes certain information that aligns with how you're feeling. For example, when you're anxious or fearful, your mind heightens your focus on potential threats or danger, filtering out irrelevant stimuli to ensure your attention is fixed on what could harm you. This is part of the body's fight or flight response, where your mind narrows its focus to increase your chances of survival. Conversely, when you feel happy or excited, your mind tends to focus more on positive experiences, seeking out opportunities and rewarding stimuli. This emotional influence on focus can also shape your problem-solving abilities. If you're frustrated or upset, your brain may become fixated on the problem at hand, potentially hindering your ability to think creatively or find solutions. On the other hand, when you're calm and collected, your mind can zoom out and consider a wider range of solutions, offering a more balanced approach to challenges. This dynamic interplay between emotion and focus is essential for navigating life, helping you respond to immediate emotional cues while also guiding your long-term attention to what truly matters. The mind's ability to shift focus based on emotions not only influences how you process information, but also shapes your actions and reactions in the world around you. The mind senses people's moods. The mind's ability to sense people's moods is a subtle yet powerful psychological skill that influences our interactions every day. Whether you're having a conversation with a friend, a colleague, or a stranger, your brain instinctively picks up on emotional cues, often before you consciously realize what's happening. Through micro-expressions, body language, tone of voice, and even silence, Your mind decodes emotional signals, helping you gauge how others are feeling in real time. This ability is deeply rooted in our evolutionary need to understand the emotional states of those around us. Being able to sense when someone is anxious, angry, sad, or happy helped early humans navigate social dynamics, avoid conflict, and build stronger bonds. Today, this skill remains crucial for creating empathy and adjusting our behavior to fit social contexts. For instance, if someone is upset, your mind might instinctively slow down your speech or soften your tone, showing that you recognize their emotions and are responding accordingly. What's fascinating is that much of this happens without any conscious effort. Your brain processes facial expressions, vocal tones, and body movements in seconds, interpreting these signals and adjusting your response almost automatically. This intuitive understanding fosters connection, trust, and cooperation, often making you more attuned to others' needs or emotions, even when they haven't expressed them verbally. It's this subtle yet powerful skill that helps maintain harmony in relationships and enables you to connect with others on a deeper emotional level. The mind alters emotional state through social interactions. The mind's ability to alter emotional state through social interactions is a profound and essential part of human experience. Every time you engage with another person, your brain is constantly adjusting your emotional state in response to the cues you receive. These social interactions can shift your mood, enhance your sense of well-being, or even trigger deep emotional reactions, often in ways you don't consciously control. At its core, the mind is wired to respond to the emotions and behaviors of others. When you interact with someone who is warm, kind, or supportive, your brain releases feel-good chemicals like oxytocin and serotonin, lifting your mood and making you feel more connected. Conversely, negative or tense interactions can trigger stress hormones like cortisol, making you feel anxious, frustrated, or upset. These emotional shifts happen quickly as your mind assesses the energy, tone, and emotional signals of those around you. This ability to adapt emotionally in social situations is deeply rooted in our evolutionary need for social connection. Your brain is constantly reading nonverbal cues like facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice, and adjusting your own emotional response accordingly. For example, if someone smiles at you, your mind subconsciously mirrors that positive energy, lifting your mood. On the other hand, an argument or confrontation might bring a wave of tension, causing your mind to shift toward defensive or anxious emotions. The mind attunes to physical wellness. The mind's ability to attune to physical wellness is an extraordinary, often unconscious process that plays a crucial role in maintaining overall health. From the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, your mind is constantly monitoring and responding to the signals your body sends, adjusting your behaviors and thoughts to keep you in balance. Whether it's a slight headache, fatigue, or hunger pangs, the mind immediately begins processing these physical sensations, nudging you to take action and prioritize your well-being. This connection between the mind and body is deeply intertwined. When your body feels stressed, tired, or ill, your mind instinctively adjusts, signaling the need for rest, nourishment, or relaxation. The mind can influence the release of hormones like cortisol to deal with stress or endorphins to promote feelings of well-being. It directs your attention to discomfort or imbalance, ensuring that you address any physical needs to maintain harmony. For example, when you're physically exhausted, your brain knows instinctively to guide you toward a restful state, whether through sleep, deep breathing, or simply slowing down. Even more remarkable is the mind's ability to promote wellness without direct conscious control. When you experience positive physical states, like feeling strong after exercise or relaxed after a long walk, your mind strengthens the neural connections to these sensations, encouraging you to continue habits that support health. This feedback loop between the mind and body works seamlessly to keep you physically and mentally aligned, proving just how deeply the mind is attuned to your physical wellness. The mind triggers fight or flight response. The mind's ability to trigger the fight or flight response is one of the most primal and life-saving functions it performs. This automatic reaction is designed to prepare your body for danger, ensuring survival when faced with a threat. From an unexpected confrontation to an immediate physical danger, your mind has the incredible ability to quickly assess the situation and activate the appropriate response, often before you consciously realize what's happening. At the core of this process is the amygdala, the brain's emotional processing center. When your mind perceives a threat, whether real or perceived, the amygdala sends signals to the hypothalamus to prepare your body for action. In the blink of an eye, your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and adrenaline floods your system, giving you the strength and focus needed to either fight or flee from danger. This rapid physical change happens automatically, triggered by your brain's interpretation of the environment, even if the danger is only in the form of a stressful situation like a job interview or a public speech. The beauty of this response is its speed. It's an evolutionary mechanism designed for survival, built into your brain's wiring so that you can respond to threats without wasting time analyzing the situation. Whether it's facing physical danger or an emotional challenge, the fight or flight response ensures that you're ready to act. This instinctive reaction is a testament to the mind's ability to protect you, activating life-saving responses long before you have time to fully process the situation. The mind reacts to body feedback. The mind's ability to react to body feedback is a dynamic and essential process that allows for a continuous connection between your physical sensations and your emotional and mental states. Your body is constantly sending signals to your brain, whether it's a tightness in your chest, a fluttering stomach, or the tension in your shoulders, and your mind is quick to respond, adjusting your thoughts, feelings, and actions based on these physical cues. This feedback loop is rooted in the mind-body connection, a sophisticated system that helps you maintain balance and adapt to your environment. When you feel nervous, for example, your body might tighten up or your heart rate may increase, signaling to your mind that something is off. Your brain then processes this feedback, often leading to an emotional reaction, such as anxiety or stress. In turn, your mental state can influence your body's responses, creating a cycle that reinforces your feelings. The mind doesn't just react to obvious physical cues like pain or discomfort, it's attuned to more subtle sensations as well. A slight increase in heart rate during a stressful conversation might make you feel more agitated or alert, while the warmth of a hug can trigger feelings of comfort and security. Your mind interprets these physical sensations and adjusts your emotional state accordingly, allowing you to react and adapt to your surroundings. This continuous dialogue between the body and mind ensures you are always responsive to your environment, whether in moments of stress, joy, or relaxation, helping you stay in tune with both your physical and emotional needs. The mind makes quick judgments of people. The mind's ability to make quick judgments of people is a powerful, instinctive process that occurs in mere seconds. From the moment you meet someone, your brain begins evaluating them, assessing traits like trustworthiness, friendliness, or potential danger. This snap judgment is rooted in our evolutionary need to quickly determine whether someone is a threat or an ally. Your mind, constantly processing visual cues, body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions, forms an opinion before you even consciously recognize it. These rapid assessments are not random. They're based on years of social experience and emotional learning. Your brain draws from a vast reservoir of memories, social norms, and cultural context, allowing you to make decisions on the fly. For example, If someone's posture is closed or their tone of voice is sharp, your mind may automatically register them as defensive or unapproachable. On the other hand, a warm smile and open body language may trigger feelings of trust and comfort. These judgments happen so quickly and subconsciously that you often don't realize how much influence they have on your interactions. The speed with which the mind makes these judgments is essential in social situations. It helps you navigate complex social dynamics, determining in an instant who to trust, who to engage with, and who to avoid. While these judgments can be accurate, they can also be influenced by biases and past experiences, which is why being mindful of them can help ensure more thoughtful, less reactive interactions. The mind's quick judgments serve as both a protective mechanism and a social tool, guiding how you engage with the world. The mind links smells to memories. The mind's ability to link smells to memories is a powerful, emotional process that significantly shapes how we experience the world. Scents have a unique ability to transport you back in time, evoking vivid memories and emotions, often with a strength and clarity that no other sense can match. This connection between smell and memory is deeply ingrained in the brain, making it one of the most immediate and profound ways the mind anchors experiences. The reason behind this powerful link lies in the brain's anatomy. The olfactory bulb, which processes smells, is directly connected to the limbic system, the region of the brain that controls emotions and memory. Because of this close relationship, smells can trigger intense emotional responses and memories from the past. For example, the scent of fresh-baked cookies might remind you of your grandmother's kitchen, instantly bringing feelings of warmth and comfort. The smell of a particular perfume may transport you back to a first date, flooding your mind with nostalgia and excitement. What's fascinating is that this connection is often subconscious. You might encounter a smell that brings a rush of memories, even before you consciously identify it. The mind does this automatically, linking the sensory experience of a smell to a specific memory or emotional event in your life. This power of scent is so profound that it can change your mood or trigger forgotten moments, allowing the past to surface with just one breath. The mind's ability to link smells to memories is a testament to how deeply intertwined our senses are with our emotions, creating lasting impressions that shape our daily lives. The mind associates sounds with emotions. The mind's ability to associate sounds with emotions is a deeply ingrained process that shapes how we experience the world around us. From the soothing melody of a favorite song to the jarring sound of an alarm, the brain links specific sounds to emotional states, often triggering powerful emotional responses without you consciously realizing it. This ability is rooted in the brain's intricate wiring, where sounds are processed by the auditory cortex and quickly connected to areas of the brain that regulate emotions. Certain sounds, like the laughter of loved ones, can evoke feelings of happiness and warmth, while others, like the sound of thunder or an argument, can spark fear, tension, or anxiety. The brain creates these associations through repeated exposure, where sounds become linked to past experiences and the emotions felt during those moments. For example, the sound of a particular song might remind you of a joyful event, instantly lifting your spirits, while a similar sound in a different context could trigger sadness or stress. What's fascinating is how quickly and subconsciously this process happens. You may hear a familiar tune and immediately feel a rush of nostalgia, or the sound of footsteps behind you may make your heart race, even if you don't consciously connect it to any specific event. These emotional responses are driven by the brain's ability to link sound to past experiences and emotional memories, shaping how you feel in the present moment. The mind's ability to associate sounds with emotions is a powerful tool, guiding your emotional reactions and enhancing the richness of your daily experiences. It's a reminder of how deeply sensory information, particularly sound, can influence your emotional landscape. The mind reacts to temperature changes. The mind's ability to react to temperature changes is a crucial survival mechanism, finely tuned to maintain your body's internal balance. Whether it's the heat of the sun beating down on you during summer or the chill of a winter breeze, your brain is constantly monitoring temperature fluctuations and adjusting your body's response to ensure your comfort and safety. This process is automatic, happening without you needing to consciously think about it, and is vital for regulating your physical state. When your body senses a rise in temperature, the mind triggers mechanisms to cool you down. For example, it activates sweating, causing moisture to evaporate from your skin and help reduce body heat. Blood vessels near the surface of your skin dilate to release heat, ensuring that your internal temperature remains stable. On the other hand, when the environment grows colder, your mind reacts by causing shivering, a physical response that generates heat through muscle movement. It also constricts blood vessels to conserve warmth, making sure that your organs stay protected. This seamless regulation happens so naturally that you often don't even notice it. Your mind processes temperature changes instantly, guiding your body's responses and ensuring you stay within a safe range. In extreme situations, this process can even prompt you to seek shelter or warmth without thinking. The mind's ability to react to temperature changes is a constant reminder of how it works tirelessly to protect your well-being, adapting to the environment to keep you healthy and comfortable. The mind trusts gut feelings in decisions. The mind's ability to trust gut feelings in decisions is one of the most intriguing and powerful ways it guides our actions, often without us even realizing it. Gut feelings are those instinctive reactions or intuitive nudges that occur when we face decisions, whether big or small. It's a deep, almost unconscious sense that something is right or wrong, and it influences our choices in a way that logic and reason alone sometimes can't explain. This ability comes from the mind's complex system of processing past experiences, emotions, and sensory cues. When you face a decision, your brain quickly scans your memories and instincts, pulling together information from situations that felt similar in the past. This quick subconscious processing creates a feeling about the situation, often manifesting as a sense of unease or certainty before you even have time to fully evaluate the facts. The fascinating part of this process is that it's based on accumulated experiences stored in your brain. These past encounters shape the way your brain reacts to new situations. For example, if you've been in a situation where something felt off, your mind learns to recognize similar cues and triggers that prompt your gut feeling. It's not always based on logical reasoning, but rather an intuitive sense that something is aligned or misaligned with your past knowledge. This instinctive decision-making mechanism is a survival tool that helps you navigate uncertainty. It allows you to make quick, effective decisions in high-pressure situations, guiding your actions even when you can't fully explain why. The mind's trust in gut feelings ensures that you respond rapidly to both opportunities and threats, helping you navigate life with a mix of instinct and intellect. The mind alerts to overexertion. The mind's ability to alert you to overexertion is a crucial mechanism designed to protect your body from harm. Whether you're pushing yourself physically during exercise, working long hours, or dealing with emotional stress, your brain is constantly monitoring your state and sending signals when it senses that you're reaching your limit. This alert system ensures that you don't push yourself beyond what your body and mind can handle, helping to prevent burnout, injury, or exhaustion. When you begin to overexert yourself, Your brain reacts by triggering physical and emotional signals. You may start to feel fatigue, dizziness, or muscle strain, all of which are signs that your body is being pushed too hard. These sensations act as a warning system, signaling to your mind that you need to slow down or take a break. The brain also adjusts your stress response, heightening your awareness of discomfort and fatigue, which serves to motivate you to stop or ease up. This alert system operates not only in physical situations, but also in emotional and mental contexts. When you're emotionally drained or mentally overwhelmed, your mind can send signals like irritability, difficulty focusing, or anxiety, warning you that you've reached your mental limits. The mind's ability to detect these early signs of overexertion is crucial for maintaining long-term well-being, ensuring that you recognize the need to rest, recover, and recharge before further strain can take a toll on your health. The mind adjusts walking speed automatically. The mind's ability to adjust walking speed automatically is a subtle yet vital process that ensures your movements align with your surroundings and the tasks at hand. Whether you're strolling casually through a park or rushing to an appointment, your brain instinctively alters your pace to match the environment, physical state, and social context. This process is controlled by the brain's coordination systems, which continually assess both external and internal factors to keep your movements fluid and purposeful. When walking, your mind constantly monitors the distance, terrain, and even the people around you. If you encounter an obstacle, such as a crowded street or a slippery surface, your brain automatically slows your pace to maintain balance and avoid accidents. On the other hand, if you're late for an appointment or need to catch up with someone, your mind quickens your steps, increasing speed without you having to think about it consciously. This ability to adjust walking speed is also influenced by physical sensations. If you're feeling fatigued, your mind naturally slows you down to prevent overexertion. If you're energized or in a hurry, the pace picks up to meet the demand. The mind's seamless control over walking speed helps you navigate different environments efficiently, ensuring you stay in sync with both your body's needs and the situation you're in. This automatic adjustment makes moving through the world effortless, allowing you to focus on what's ahead without worrying about how fast or slow you should walk. The mind shapes identity through choices. The mind's ability to shape identity through choices is a powerful, ongoing process that profoundly influences who you are and how you see yourself. Every day, the decisions you make, both big and small, are not just reflections of your preferences, they actively build and define your sense of self. The more you choose, the more you shape the person you become, as each decision reinforces your values, beliefs, and goals. At the core of this process is the brain's ability to associate certain actions with your sense of identity. For example, when you choose to help someone in need, your mind links that choice to an image of yourself as a compassionate and caring person. Similarly, when you make decisions based on personal goals or ethics, your mind reinforces your identity as someone driven or principled. Over time, these choices accumulate, forming a coherent narrative of who you are. What's fascinating is how subtle and powerful this shaping can be. Often, the smallest decisions, what you wear, how you respond to stress, the people you surround yourself with, reinforce aspects of your identity without you even realizing it. Your mind continuously tracks these choices, creating a mental map of who you are and what you value. This sense of identity becomes your internal compass, guiding you through life and influencing future decisions. The beauty of this process is that it's always evolving. Each new choice, whether a challenge or triumph, provides an opportunity to refine and reshape your identity. The mind shapes who you are through the choices you make, continually crafting and reshaping your sense of self in response to the world around you. The mind senses attraction. The mind's ability to sense attraction is a deeply ingrained, often subconscious process that influences how you connect with others. Whether it's a subtle glance, a fleeting smile, or a shift in body language, your brain is constantly evaluating and processing cues that signal emotional or physical attraction. These signals are picked up without conscious thought, shaping your feelings and reactions in powerful ways. At its core, attraction is a complex blend of physical, emotional, and psychological factors. Your brain processes visual cues like appearance, posture, and facial expressions, as well as more subtle sensory signals such as scent and tone of voice. As these signals are processed, they trigger emotional responses, drawing you closer to someone or creating a sense of desire. This immediate, instinctive reaction happens so quickly that you may not be fully aware of it. The mind uses these subconscious cues to determine whether someone is perceived as attractive, and this evaluation shapes your behavior, whether it's a desire to get closer, engage in conversation, or even just notice them more. This ability is deeply rooted in evolutionary biology. Throughout history, attraction was linked to survival and reproduction, with the mind using physical and behavioral cues to assess potential mates. Even today, the mind remains attuned to these subtle signals, instantly reacting to signs of attraction that can influence how you engage with others. What's fascinating is how your mind also adapts this sense of attraction to social and cultural factors. Beyond just physical appearance, your brain picks up on shared interests, emotional connections, and social compatibility, all contributing to the sense of attraction. Whether it's chemistry between two people or a magnetic pull that draws you towards someone, the mind's ability to sense attraction is a powerful subconscious force that shapes your interactions. The mind picks up social cues from tone. The mind's ability to pick up social cues from tone is a powerful subconscious process that shapes how we interpret and respond to the people around us. Tone of voice carries far more meaning than just the words being spoken. It conveys emotions, intentions, and underlying messages that provide context to what someone is really trying to communicate. Your brain is finely attuned to these tonal cues, allowing you to instantly gauge how someone feels or what they truly mean, often before you even consciously register it. When someone speaks, your mind listens to subtle changes in their tone, whether it's warmth, anger, sarcasm, or sadness, and adjusts your response accordingly. For instance, a friendly, upbeat tone may make you feel at ease and open, while a harsh or sharp tone can trigger feelings of defensiveness or discomfort. This tonal sensitivity is a key part of how we navigate social interactions. Your brain automatically interprets the pitch, rhythm, and pace of someone's voice, using these auditory cues to assess the emotional state of the speaker and decide how to engage with them. What's fascinating is how quickly this process occurs. You don't have to actively listen for each tone shift. Your brain is always picking up these nuances and interpreting them in real time. This allows you to respond with empathy, humor, or caution, depending on what the tone suggests. In social situations, picking up on tone can determine the success of a conversation, help build rapport, and guide emotional connections, often without you realizing just how much you're relying on it. The mind detects lies subconsciously. The mind's ability to detect lies subconsciously is an extraordinary and often unnoticed skill that plays a critical role in how we navigate our social world. Even without consciously analyzing someone's words, your brain is constantly picking up on subtle cues that indicate deception. These cues, such as inconsistencies in body language, voice tone, and facial expressions, trigger an instinctual feeling that something isn't quite right, even if you can't immediately pinpoint the lie. At the heart of this ability is the brain's sophisticated pattern recognition system. From an early age, You learn to associate truth with specific behavioral patterns, like steady eye contact, a calm tone, and consistent body language. When someone deviates from these norms, your brain notices the mismatch, activating a sense of discomfort or suspicion. This response is tied to the amygdala, which processes emotional cues and alerts you to potential threats. In the case of lies, the threat is often not physical, but emotional or relational, signaling that trust may be compromised. What's fascinating is that this detection happens without conscious effort. Your mind doesn't need to consciously analyze every word spoken or gesture made. It simply processes the cues, triggering a gut feeling of unease. These subconscious alerts can help you gauge the authenticity of others and influence your decisions, whether in personal relationships or professional interactions. While your mind may not always be right, this subconscious detection helps you navigate social dynamics and protect yourself from manipulation. The mind fills gaps in information. Automatically, the mind's ability to fill gaps in information is a remarkable cognitive skill that helps you make sense of the world, even when the details are incomplete or unclear. Every day, you encounter situations where the information you receive isn't fully detailed, yet your mind instinctively fills in the missing pieces to create a coherent narrative. Whether you're reading a story with missing words or trying to understand a conversation with limited context, your brain works tirelessly to fill in those gaps and help you understand what's happening. This process happens automatically and almost instantly, without you having to actively think about it. The brain draws upon past experiences, knowledge, and context to make predictions about what is missing. For example, if you're reading a sentence that abruptly ends or doesn't provide full details, your mind uses familiar patterns, language rules, and previous experiences to anticipate the most likely continuation. In conversations, if someone gives you a vague statement, your brain fills in what they likely meant based on tone, body language, and prior interactions. This ability is vital for functioning in a world full of ambiguity. The mind's instinctive need to complete the story allows you to navigate uncertainty and make decisions quickly, even when the full picture isn't available. While it's a helpful tool, this automatic filling in of gaps can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or assumptions, as the mind may fill in gaps based on biases or incorrect inferences. Nonetheless, this mental process is essential for daily life, enabling you to interact with the world fluidly and efficiently, even when not all the facts are in place. The mind reduces emotional intensity. The mind's ability to reduce emotional intensity is a vital coping mechanism that helps us manage overwhelming feelings and maintain emotional balance. Whether you're experiencing anger, anxiety, or sadness, your brain instinctively works to calm these intense emotions, often without conscious effort. This process is crucial for mental well-being, ensuring that our emotional responses don't overwhelm us or cloud our judgment. When faced with a strong emotional reaction, the brain activates various strategies to lessen its impact. It can reframe the situation, helping you see it from a different perspective, which often reduces the emotional charge. For instance, if you're angry at someone, your mind may encourage you to view their actions in a more understanding light, which can help diffuse your anger. Similarly, if you're anxious, your brain might prompt you to focus on your breathing or engage in grounding techniques to bring you back to the present moment. This emotional regulation happens through neural pathways and hormones that manage stress and relaxation. Your brain releases calming chemicals like serotonin and dopamine to counteract heightened emotions, promoting a sense of calm. In stressful situations, your body also signals your brain to take action, whether through physical relaxation techniques like deep breathing or by shifting your mental focus. What's incredible is that this reduction in emotional intensity happens almost automatically. The mind continually monitors emotional states and adjusts them as needed to keep you grounded, ensuring you can navigate life's ups and downs with resilience. The mind warns of bad decisions. The mind's ability to warn of bad decisions is an invaluable subconscious tool designed to protect you from harm and guide you toward better choices. Often, this warning system manifests as a gut feeling, a sense of unease, or an intuitive hesitation that emerges when you're about to make a decision that might not be in your best interest. It's as if your brain is acting as a safeguard, drawing from past experiences, knowledge, and emotional cues to alert you when something feels off. This internal warning mechanism is deeply rooted in your mind's capacity to recognize patterns and evaluate risks. Every time you face a decision, your brain quickly scans for similarities to past experiences, using those memories to predict the potential outcome. If the situation reminds you of a past mistake or an unfavorable result, your mind raises a red flag, signaling that the path you're considering may lead to trouble. These warnings are often subtle, manifesting as a feeling of discomfort, a lack of confidence, or even a sudden shift in your emotional state. The beauty of this system is that it operates automatically without you needing to consciously analyze every potential outcome. Your brain is constantly processing information in the background, weighing the risks and rewards, and offering these intuitive alerts when something feels wrong. It's an internal compass that helps guide you away from decisions that could harm your well-being, relationships, or future prospects, ensuring you make choices that align with your best interests, even when you're not fully aware of the reasoning behind them. The mind focuses attention on priorities. The mind's ability to focus attention on priorities is a powerful mechanism that allows you to navigate through the noise of everyday life and zero in on what matters most. Whether you're working on a tight deadline, having an important conversation, or making critical decisions, your brain instinctively filters out distractions and directs your attention toward the tasks and goals that require immediate focus. This ability is essential for achieving success and maintaining efficiency in an increasingly chaotic world. At its core, this process involves the brain's executive functions, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which helps prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance. When you face multiple demands, the mind evaluates them and automatically shifts your focus to the most pressing matters. For instance, if you're at work and a colleague interrupts you with a question, your brain quickly assesses whether it's something that requires immediate attention or if it can wait until after you finish an important task. In social situations, your brain also helps you prioritize who and what to pay attention to, allowing you to engage deeply in meaningful conversations while blocking out background noise. What's truly fascinating is how seamlessly this process occurs. The mind doesn't just focus on the obvious, it also adjusts based on subtle cues, your emotions, past experiences, and even long-term goals. This adaptive attention helps you stay on track, whether you're balancing work responsibilities or handling personal challenges, guiding your actions in a way that aligns with your priorities. The mind's ability to focus on what truly matters ensures that you make progress, remain productive, and avoid being overwhelmed by distractions. The mind helps multitasking focus. The mind's ability to help focus while multitasking is an extraordinary function that allows us to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously, despite the challenges this presents. While many believe that multitasking divides attention, the mind actually fine-tunes how it allocates cognitive resources, enabling you to shift focus between tasks efficiently and prioritize what needs attention most in the moment. It's a delicate balancing act that happens largely outside of conscious awareness, allowing you to handle several things at once without feeling overwhelmed. When you multitask, Your brain doesn't necessarily divide its attention evenly. Instead, it switches focus quickly, giving each task just enough cognitive energy to keep everything moving forward. For example, when you're typing an email while listening to a conversation, your brain automatically tunes into the most relevant stimuli, such as key points in the conversation, while still processing the email's content. This dynamic shift helps maintain an illusion of continuous focus, allowing you to respond or process information from multiple streams at once. Even though multitasking may feel natural, your brain is still managing this by prioritizing and filtering tasks. It relies on both short-term and long-term memory to keep track of information without becoming overloaded. However, the mind's multitasking ability isn't without limits. Overload or excessive demands can reduce efficiency, but when managed correctly, your brain excels at balancing several tasks, ensuring you stay productive, responsive, and engaged across different activities. The mind instinctively avoids danger. The mind's ability to instinctively avoid danger is one of the most vital and automatic functions that ensures your survival. From the moment you're born, your brain is wired to recognize and react to threats, often without you even being consciously aware of it. This survival mechanism, known as the fight or flight response, operates in the background, constantly scanning your environment for potential risks and guiding you to safety. When danger is perceived, the brain doesn't wait for you to think about it. It acts immediately, triggering physical responses to prepare you to either confront the threat or escape it. The amygdala, a part of your brain responsible for emotional processing, plays a key role in this process, sending rapid signals to activate your body's defensive systems. Your heart rate increases, your muscles tense, and your body is flooded with adrenaline, all in preparation for action. This instinctive reaction is often so quick and automatic that you don't have time to analyze the situation consciously. What's fascinating is how this avoidance of danger extends beyond physical threats. Your mind is constantly evaluating emotional and social risks as well, guiding you to avoid situations that may lead to harm, embarrassment, or discomfort. Whether it's sensing an unsafe situation in a crowd, avoiding an argument, or steering clear of someone who gives off negative energy, your brain is always working to protect you from harm. This instinctive response is a testament to your mind's protective abilities, ensuring that you stay safe and ready to respond to potential threats, whether they're physical, emotional, or social. The mind triggers memories from environmental cues. The mind's ability to trigger memories from environmental cues is a deeply ingrained and powerful process that connects the past to the present in a way that feels almost magical. Every time you encounter a specific sound, smell, or visual element, your brain often links that sensory input to memories from the past, sparking vivid recollections and emotional reactions. This connection is immediate and often occurs without conscious effort, as your brain's associative networks are constantly at work, storing and retrieving information. At the core of this ability is the mind's remarkable capacity for association. Certain smells, for example, can instantly transport you to a childhood memory, a particular flower reminding you of a family garden, or a familiar perfume bringing back memories of a loved one. Similarly, hearing a song from your teenage years can flood your mind with images and emotions from that time, as your brain ties the music to the people and experiences you associate it with. These environmental cues act as powerful triggers, reaching deep into your memory and pulling out the emotions and images attached to them. This process is not only automatic, but also deeply emotional. Your mind doesn't just recall factual details, it brings with it the feelings, the atmosphere, and the context that surrounded those moments. It's the brain's way of connecting you to your personal history, allowing you to relive experiences and emotions through the present, whether it's a smell, a sound, or a visual trigger, the mind's ability to pull memories from environmental cues strengthens your connection to the past, making it an essential part of how you experience and interpret the world around you. The mind adjusts reaction time. The mind's ability to adjust reaction time is a crucial function that ensures you respond appropriately to the ever-changing world around you. Whether you're driving, playing sports, or reacting to a sudden surprise, your brain continuously evaluates situations and fine-tunes how quickly you respond, depending on the urgency and complexity of the task at hand. This automatic adjustment allows you to remain sharp and capable, no matter the circumstances. When you encounter a potential threat or a fast-moving situation, your mind activates the brain's neural pathways responsible for speed and decision-making. For example, if you're playing a fast-paced game, your mind adapts to the rapid tempo, speeding up your reactions to match the demands of the situation. On the other hand, in a more relaxed or controlled environment, the mind allows for slower, more deliberate responses, prioritizing accuracy over speed. This fine-tuned regulation of reaction time is influenced by a variety of factors, including physical readiness, emotional state, and past experiences. In moments of heightened stress or danger, your mind taps into your fight-or-flight system, increasing the speed of your reactions to help protect you. Conversely, when you're calm or focused, your brain may slow your reaction time to encourage thoughtful decision-making. The fascinating part of this process is that these adjustments happen almost effortlessly, without you consciously realizing it. Your mind is constantly evaluating the environment and optimizing your reaction time to ensure you can meet any challenge with the appropriate speed and precision. The mind recognizes visual patterns. The mind's ability to recognize visual patterns is a powerful subconscious skill that helps you make sense of the world around you. Every day, you're bombarded with a constant flow of images and sensory information, yet your brain has the remarkable ability to filter, organize, and identify meaningful patterns from this chaos. Whether it's spotting faces in a crowd, reading a map, or noticing the sequence of events in a story, your mind is constantly making sense of the visual data you receive, often without you being consciously aware of it. This ability to recognize patterns is deeply rooted in the brain's need to process and predict the environment efficiently. Over time, your brain has learned to identify common shapes, forms, and sequences, using them to predict outcomes and navigate your surroundings. For example, when you see a series of traffic lights, your mind instantly understands the pattern and knows when it's safe to go or when to stop. Similarly, when walking through a forest, your brain is quick to identify a potential path based on the patterns of the trees and terrain. The beauty of this process is how seamlessly it happens. The mind is constantly scanning the environment, picking out familiar visual cues and linking them to prior experiences. It's an automatic process that enables you to make quick, informed decisions, whether you're navigating a new city, recognizing faces in a crowd, or even interpreting abstract art. This ability to recognize visual patterns not only helps you interact with the world, but also allows you to predict what's coming next, giving you a sense of control and confidence in your daily life. The mind follows social rules. The mind's ability to follow social rules is an essential part of how we navigate the complex web of human relationships and societal expectations. From the moment you enter a social setting, your brain instinctively adapts to the unwritten rules that govern behavior, ensuring that you act in ways that are accepted, appropriate, and conducive to maintaining harmony. Whether you're at work, at a family gathering, or meeting new people, your mind is constantly processing the social dynamics and adjusting your behavior to fit in. This ability is deeply rooted in the brain's social processing systems, particularly in areas like the prefrontal cortex, which help guide decision-making in complex social situations. When you're in a group setting, for example, the mind quickly evaluates the tone of the conversation, the body language of others, and the context of the interaction to determine the appropriate responses. Your brain helps you decide when to speak, when to listen, and how to express your opinions in a way that aligns with the expectations of the group. It also picks up on nonverbal cues like posture, eye contact, and facial expressions, adjusting your actions accordingly to avoid conflict or awkwardness. The fascinating part of this process is that much of it happens subconsciously. You don't need to consciously think about every social interaction. Your mind is constantly evaluating the environment and guiding your responses. It allows you to seamlessly navigate complex social landscapes, whether at a formal event or a casual hangout, helping you to connect, communicate, and thrive within your community. The mind's ability to follow social rules is what makes human interaction smooth, cohesive, and meaningful, ensuring that you maintain relationships and avoid social missteps. The mind tags faces in memory. The mind's ability to tag faces in memory is a fundamental skill that allows us to recognize and remember individuals with remarkable accuracy. From the moment you meet someone, your brain begins to process and store key features of their face, shapes, expressions, and subtle details. This process happens almost instantly and is crucial for building social connections, allowing you to recall faces in future encounters, even after long periods of time. Your brain has specialized regions, such as the fusiform face area, dedicated solely to facial recognition. These areas work by tagging unique facial features in your memory, creating a mental image that helps you identify someone later. Whether it's a fleeting encounter with a stranger or a close friend you haven't seen in years, your mind draws from its extensive mental database to help you recognize and place them within the context of your life. It doesn't just store the visual features of a face, it often links the person to emotions, experiences, or events associated with them, creating a richer memory. This ability is vital for social interactions. It allows you to navigate the world by recognizing familiar faces in crowds, understanding social dynamics, and maintaining relationships. Your mind can recall faces quickly, drawing on the mental tags it has stored so that even if you don't consciously remember someone's name or background, you can still recognize them with ease. This unconscious process helps you feel connected to the world around you, making social interactions smoother and more intuitive. The mind detects threat via body language. The mind's ability to detect threat through body language is an essential and deeply ingrained survival mechanism. Long before words are spoken, your brain is constantly interpreting the nonverbal cues others give off, especially when danger is present. Subtle shifts in posture, facial expressions, and movements are processed by your mind to quickly assess whether someone poses a threat or if a situation is potentially unsafe. This ability is rooted in the brain's evolutionary need to assess risks quickly, ensuring your survival. Body language often reveals emotions and intentions that are not consciously expressed. For example, tense muscles, clenched fists, or a rigid posture can signal aggression or discomfort, while avoiding eye contact or turning away might indicate fear or evasion. Your brain has been trained over time to recognize these cues, linking them to past experiences where such signals were associated with danger or conflict. What's fascinating is how automatically and swiftly this detection happens. You might not consciously notice someone's crossed arms or the way they shift their weight, but your brain is processing these micro-expressions and determining if you should be on guard. This unconscious evaluation is often what triggers your initial gut feeling about someone or a situation, alerting you to potential threats long before they become obvious. This subconscious threat detection via body language is vital for navigating the complex social world. It allows you to respond quickly and appropriately, helping you stay safe by relying on the silent language of the body to signal potential danger, even when the threat isn't immediately apparent. The mind manages emotional reactions. The mind's ability to manage emotional reactions is a critical function that shapes how you navigate the highs and lows of everyday life. Every day, you face a wide range of emotions: happiness, anger, sadness, excitement, and your brain is constantly working to regulate these feelings, ensuring that they don't overwhelm you or hinder your ability to function. This process allows you to respond appropriately to different situations, maintaining emotional balance even in the most intense moments. At the heart of this ability is the brain's emotional regulation system, which involves areas like the prefrontal cortex and the amygdala. When you encounter a triggering event, whether it's a stressful work situation or a joyful moment with a friend, your brain quickly assesses the emotional significance of the event and activates a corresponding response. If the emotion is overwhelming, such as anger or fear, your brain helps you manage it by activating calming mechanisms like deep breathing or a shift in focus. The mind also plays a crucial role in tempering negative emotions, helping you move past distressing feelings by guiding you toward more rational, calming thoughts. This emotional management happens so seamlessly that you often don't notice it. In stressful situations, your mind can help you maintain composure by regulating the intensity of your emotional reactions, allowing you to think clearly and make better decisions. Similarly, in moments of happiness, your brain ensures that the joy doesn't turn into uncontrollable excitement, keeping you grounded and present. The mind's ability to manage emotional reactions ensures that you remain adaptable, resilient, and emotionally balanced, helping you navigate life's challenges with greater ease and stability. The mind alters mood with surroundings. The mind's ability to alter mood based on surroundings is a fascinating psychological process that happens continuously, often without you even realizing it. From the moment you step into a new environment, your brain begins to adjust your emotional state based on the sensory input it receives. Whether it's the lighting, noise level, or the people around you, your mind intuitively responds to these factors, shifting your mood to match the atmosphere. When you enter a calm, peaceful space, like a quiet park or a cozy room, your mind instinctively relaxes. The soft sounds and gentle lighting signal safety and comfort, prompting your brain to release calming chemicals like serotonin. On the other hand, in loud, chaotic environments, such as a crowded city street or a noisy office, your mind reacts by increasing alertness, raising cortisol levels, and potentially making you feel stressed or overwhelmed. It's your brain's way of adjusting to external stimuli to keep you in a state of balance. This ability to alter mood is also influenced by social surroundings. When surrounded by positive, supportive people, your brain picks up on these cues, making you feel more upbeat and connected. However, negative or tense interactions can shift your emotional state, triggering feelings of anxiety or discomfort. Your mind, constantly attuned to the environment, adjusts your mood as a way to help you adapt, protect yourself, and engage with the world in a way that aligns with the current situation. The mind adjusts. Perception of time. The mind's ability to adjust perception of time is a fascinating and often unnoticed process that can drastically influence how you experience the world. Time can seem to stretch on forever during a moment of discomfort, or fly by in the blink of an eye when you're deeply engaged in something enjoyable. This fluid perception is shaped by the mind's emotional and cognitive states, adjusting how time feels based on your level of focus, interest, or stress. At its core, the mind links the perception of time to your emotional and psychological experiences. When you're relaxed and engaged in an activity you enjoy, like spending time with loved ones or pursuing a passion, your brain tends to focus more on the moment, making time seem to pass more quickly. On the other hand, when you're anxious, bored, or waiting for something, your mind becomes acutely aware of the passing seconds, making time feel like it's dragging. This ability is deeply rooted in survival and efficiency. The mind adjusts your experience of time to prioritize what's important in the moment. During times of high stress, for instance, time may seem to slow down to give you the awareness to react quickly. Conversely, during periods of deep focus or enjoyment, the brain often shortens the subjective experience of time to help you immerse yourself fully in the task at hand. The mind's flexible perception of time is a powerful tool, influencing how you navigate your day and how you engage with the moments that matter most, shaping your experience of life in profound ways. The mind keeps alert in dangerous situations. The mind's ability to keep you alert in dangerous situations is a vital survival mechanism, designed to help you respond quickly and effectively when faced with threat or harm. Whether you're walking alone at night, driving through hazardous weather, or sensing an emotional or social danger, your brain is constantly scanning for signs of risk and preparing you to react. This heightened awareness ensures that you stay vigilant, giving you the best chance to protect yourself from harm. At the heart of this process is the brain's fight or flight response, which is triggered by the amygdala, the brain's emotional processing center. When it detects a potential danger, whether physical or psychological, it sends signals to the body, increasing your heart rate, sharpening your senses, and flooding your system with adrenaline. These changes prepare you to either confront the danger, fight, or escape from it, flight. This heightened state of alertness makes you more sensitive to your surroundings, allowing you to detect even subtle cues that something may be wrong, whether it's a suspicious noise or a shift in someone's body language. What's remarkable about this ability is how quickly and automatically it happens. The mind can shift you into a state of heightened awareness without any conscious effort, often before you're fully aware of the danger. It's a testament to your brain's ability to protect you, ensuring that you remain focused, alert, and ready to respond in critical moments, whether you're facing physical danger or the threat of emotional or social conflict. The mind's vigilance is key to your safety and survival in unpredictable, high-stress situations. The mind solves problems subconsciously. The mind's ability to solve problems subconsciously is a powerful and often underappreciated skill. When faced with a challenge, whether big or small, your brain doesn't just rely on conscious thought alone. Instead, it activates a vast network of mental processes that work behind the scenes to find solutions, often without you even being aware of it. This subconscious problem-solving ability helps you navigate daily life with remarkable efficiency, offering answers and insights that can emerge at the most unexpected moments. When you encounter a problem, your mind doesn't simply stop working after you consciously analyze it. Instead, it continues to process the information in the background, drawing on past experiences, knowledge, and patterns you've encountered. This is why solutions to complex problems often come to you while you're doing something else, like taking a shower or going for a walk. Your subconscious mind, free from the constraints of active thought, connects ideas and concepts in new ways, bringing clarity and answers when you least expect them. This process is also influenced by emotions and intuition. Your brain may pick up on subtle cues, both internal and external, that guide your decision-making, leading you to a solution that feels instinctively right. The mind's subconscious problem-solving ability allows you to work through challenges even when you're not consciously focused on them, proving that much of our cognitive power lies beyond what we actively think. The mind draws conclusions from little info. The mind's ability to draw conclusions from little information is a remarkable and automatic cognitive skill that allows you to navigate life quickly and efficiently. In many situations, your brain is faced with incomplete, ambiguous, or minimal data, yet it instinctively fills in the gaps, making rapid judgments and decisions based on what's available. This ability, often referred to as cognitive heuristics, allows you to make sense of the world and react swiftly without needing to process every single detail. At its core, this process relies on the mind's pattern recognition system. Your brain is constantly searching for familiar patterns and associations based on past experiences. When faced with a small amount of information, your mind uses these patterns to make predictions and draw conclusions. For example, meeting someone who shares a similar posture or tone of voice as a person you once trusted may lead you to subconsciously assume that this new person is also trustworthy, even without knowing them well. What's fascinating is how the mind makes these conclusions so quickly and efficiently. It's not about having all the facts, but about using the little information at hand to fill in the gaps, drawing on stored memories, knowledge, and experiences. This skill helps you navigate life's complexities, allowing you to make decisions on the fly, solve problems, and engage with others, even when you don't have complete information. While this ability can be incredibly useful, it's also shaped by biases and assumptions. Sometimes, the mind draws conclusions that aren't entirely accurate, influenced by past experiences or preconceived notions. Nonetheless, this subconscious process helps you move through the world at a speed and efficiency that would be impossible if you had to analyze every detail of every situation. The mind senses when something's wrong. The mind's ability to sense when something's wrong is an extraordinary, often subconscious process that helps you stay alert to potential threats or discomfort even before you can consciously identify what's happening. This heightened awareness is deeply ingrained in your brain's survival system, allowing you to pick up on subtle cues from your environment or interactions that something is off. Whether it's a gut feeling that tells you something is not quite right, or a physical reaction like a racing heart or a sense of unease, your mind is constantly processing information to detect hidden dangers or discrepancies. At the core of this ability is the brain's capacity to recognize patterns and anomalies. When something out of the ordinary occurs, whether it's a slight change in someone's behavior or an unusual shift in your surroundings, your mind picks up on these details, often unconsciously, and triggers an emotional or physical response. This could manifest as a feeling of anxiety, suspicion, or discomfort, signaling to you that further attention is needed. It's like an internal alarm system, alerting you to situations that might require caution or deeper investigation. This sense of something being wrong is not just limited to physical threats. Your mind is also tuned to social and emotional cues, detecting when conversations or relationships feel strained, when a situation feels unsafe, or when something feels off in the energy of the room. The mind's ability to sense when something is wrong allows you to act before a problem escalates, helping you navigate potentially dangerous or uncomfortable situations with greater awareness and caution. This intuitive mechanism ensures that you're always one step ahead, guided by your mind's constant vigilance. The mind drives to seek food when hungry. The mind's drive to seek food when hungry is one of the most fundamental survival mechanisms hardwired into our biology. When your body needs nourishment, your brain sends powerful signals to alert you to the sensation of hunger, triggering a cascade of physical and psychological responses that motivate you to find food. This instinctive drive is not just about satisfying a need, it's a deep-rooted survival function that ensures your body maintains the energy needed to thrive. When blood sugar levels drop or your body detects a lack of nutrients, the brain's hypothalamus activates hunger signals, making you feel a strong desire to eat. These feelings can manifest as a growling stomach, irritability, or a strong craving for certain foods. The mind then directs your attention toward food-related cues, whether it's the smell of a meal, the sight of a restaurant, or simply the thought of eating. This makes you more aware of food availability, nudging you to take action and satisfy your body's need for energy. This drive is deeply ingrained and has evolved to protect us from starvation. It is not just about feeling physical hunger, but also about the mind ensuring that you seek out the resources necessary to maintain health and function. Over time, the mind's connection to hunger has also been shaped by emotional factors such as comfort eating or stress-related cravings. Regardless of the context, the mind's powerful instinct to seek food when hungry is an automatic response that keeps you physically and mentally fueled. The mind recognizes personal biases. The mind's ability to recognize personal biases is an essential skill that plays a crucial role in how we interpret the world and make decisions. Biases are the mental shortcuts or predispositions that shape how we think, often without conscious awareness. These biases can influence everything from how we perceive others to the choices we make in daily life. However, the mind doesn't just rely on these biases, it can also identify when they are influencing its judgments, which is a key part of emotional intelligence and self-awareness. At the heart of this process is the brain's ability to monitor its own thought patterns. Over time, the mind learns to recognize when a decision is being influenced by preconceived notions or past experiences, prompting you to question whether your judgments are truly objective. For example, if you find yourself consistently favoring a particular group or individual based on past experiences or cultural stereotypes, your mind may recognize that you are not fully considering all the relevant factors. This awareness allows you to step back, reassess, and make more balanced decisions. What's fascinating is that this recognition of bias is not always immediate. It often requires self-reflection and a conscious effort to challenge ingrained thought patterns. However, once your mind begins to recognize its biases, it can make adjustments to reduce their influence. This ability to self-monitor and adjust your thinking is what allows you to make fairer, more reasoned choices, leading to better outcomes in both personal and professional interactions. The mind's recognition of personal biases is an ongoing process, helping you to grow, adapt, and become more aware of how your internal beliefs shape your view of the world. It allows you to navigate life with greater empathy, openness, and fairness, ultimately improving how you interact with others and understand yourself. The mind prioritizes thoughts by urgency. The mind's ability to prioritize thoughts by urgency is an essential function that allows you to navigate the complexities of daily life without becoming overwhelmed. Every day, you are bombarded with countless thoughts, tasks, and responsibilities, yet your mind instinctively sorts through them, focusing on what demands immediate attention while letting less urgent matters take a back seat. This ability ensures that you can stay focused and efficient, handling the most pressing issues before moving on to less critical concerns. At its core, this process is driven by the brain's executive functions, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which helps assess the importance of each thought based on context, emotional cues, and past experiences. When something urgent arises, such as a phone call, an unexpected deadline, or a personal crisis, the mind quickly shifts its attention to that task, blocking out distractions and ensuring that your focus is solely on resolving the immediate issue. This prioritization process allows you to handle high-stakes situations, such as emergencies, with greater clarity and effectiveness. What's fascinating is how seamlessly this happens. Your mind doesn't require conscious effort to decide what's important. It automatically sorts your thoughts based on urgency, often before you are even aware of the shift. This ability allows you to stay calm and organized under pressure, ensuring that you can make quick decisions and take effective action when it matters most. The mind's skill at prioritizing thoughts ensures that you can navigate life's demands with purpose and clarity, keeping you focused on what truly matters in the moment. The mind tracks habits and rituals. The mind's ability to track habits and rituals is an incredible function that shapes much of our daily behavior. Once an activity becomes routine or part of a ritual, your brain commits it to memory, making it automatic and effortless. This process is deeply embedded in your brain's structure, particularly in the basal ganglia, which helps consolidate behaviors into habits, saving mental energy for other tasks. As you repeat certain actions or behaviors, whether it's brushing your teeth, drinking a cup of coffee in the morning, or following a nightly skincare routine, your brain tracks these patterns, reinforcing neural pathways that make them easier to perform over time. What once required conscious thought becomes a seamless part of your day, often happening without you even thinking about it. This is the brain's way of making your life more efficient, freeing up cognitive resources for more complex tasks. The mind doesn't just track physical habits, it also monitors rituals tied to emotions and social interactions. From greeting a loved one in a specific way to performing mental rituals before a stressful event, these actions provide structure, comfort, and predictability in our lives. The brain values these routines because they create a sense of order, helping you navigate your day with consistency. Even if you attempt to break a habit or change a ritual, the mind works to reinforce what's familiar, making it challenging to change established routines. However, once a new pattern is set, your mind will track and reinforce that just as strongly. This remarkable ability helps you maintain stability and consistency, ensuring your brain functions efficiently throughout the day. The mind filters distractions during tasks. The mind's ability to filter distractions during tasks is one of its most essential functions, allowing you to stay focused and productive in a world full of constant stimuli. Whether you're working on a project, studying for an exam, or simply trying to concentrate on a conversation, your brain continuously works in the background to block out irrelevant information, ensuring that you remain focused on what matters most. This process of filtering distractions happens automatically and is crucial for maintaining attention and accomplishing tasks efficiently. At the heart of this function is the brain's prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive functions like attention, decision-making, and goal-setting. As you engage in a task, the prefrontal cortex helps to prioritize relevant information and suppress anything that could divert your focus. For example, if you're writing a report, your mind will ignore the hum of background noise, the vibration of your phone, or the chatter in a nearby room, allowing you to maintain attention on your writing. What's fascinating is how effortlessly this process occurs. You don't need to consciously block out distractions. They're filtered automatically by your brain's attentional systems. This ability to focus is vital for productivity and efficiency, helping you complete tasks more effectively. However, it also means that the brain can become fatigued if overwhelmed with too many distractions, which is why it's important to create environments conducive to focus. The mind's ability to filter distractions is not just about ignoring irrelevant stimuli. It's about ensuring that you can give your full attention to the task at hand, enhancing both the quality of your work and the speed at which you complete it. This cognitive skill helps you thrive in today's fast-paced, information-rich world, ensuring you remain productive and focused, no matter what external distractions may arise. The mind connects past events to present. The mind's ability to connect past events to the present is a powerful and subtle process that shapes how you perceive the world and navigate your daily life. This mental function allows you to draw upon your personal history using memories, experiences, and lessons from the past to inform your current actions, decisions, and emotions. It's a constant, automatic process that helps you make sense of the present by framing it through the lens of your past. When you encounter a situation, Your brain instinctively compares it to similar experiences you've had before. For example, if you're walking into a new job interview, your mind might recall feelings of nervousness or confidence from past interviews, influencing how you feel and behave in the moment. This connection to the past can also guide you in making decisions, whether it's avoiding a situation that previously caused stress or gravitating towards something that brought you success or joy. This connection is not just based on factual memory, but also emotional resonance. The brain ties emotions to experiences, so when you're in a similar situation, it triggers the same feelings you had previously, whether they are positive or negative. This emotional memory helps you understand and react to new circumstances, allowing you to respond appropriately. What's fascinating is how seamlessly this process happens. The mind doesn't need to consciously recall each detail. It automatically draws upon past experiences, creating patterns that guide your current behavior. This ability to connect past events to the present helps you navigate life with greater wisdom and intuition, using your history to inform your present decisions. The mind understands complex information easily. The mind's ability to understand complex information easily is one of its most remarkable traits. Even when faced with intricate concepts or overwhelming data, the brain has an incredible capacity to break down and make sense of the details, often without conscious effort. This ability is rooted in the brain's power to recognize patterns, draw connections, and simplify overwhelming information, turning what seems complex into something more manageable. When confronted with complex information, whether it's a dense academic subject, a challenging problem, or a long series of instructions, the mind automatically starts to process the data in a way that's easy to comprehend. It does this by linking new information to existing knowledge, allowing your brain to build on what you already know. Your mind can group similar pieces of information together, highlight important details, and discard unnecessary elements, making the larger picture clearer. This process is so efficient that often you don't even realize the mental work that's taking place in the background. The brain also uses context to simplify complexity. When you're learning something new, the mind looks for familiar concepts or frameworks that can be applied to the new material, allowing you to quickly grasp difficult ideas. This is why, after a little time or explanation, complex concepts often seem much simpler. Your brain has found a way to organize and process the information in a way that fits within your mental map. This ability to understand complex information easily enables you to adapt, solve problems, and navigate a world filled with ever-increasing knowledge and challenges. The mind gravitates to similar people. The mind's tendency to gravitate towards similar people is a deeply ingrained social instinct that shapes the way we form connections and build relationships. From an early age, humans are naturally drawn to those who share common interests, values, and experiences. This inclination is not just a coincidence. It's rooted in the brain's desire for familiarity and comfort, and it plays a key role in social bonding. At the core of this tendency is the mind's need for belonging and validation. When you meet someone with similar beliefs, cultural backgrounds, or even hobbies, your brain recognizes shared patterns and feels more at ease. This sense of similarity fosters trust and reduces social friction, making it easier to communicate and form meaningful connections. For example, when you encounter someone who enjoys the same music, shares similar life experiences, or holds similar opinions, your brain sees them as a safe connection, someone you can relate to more deeply. This social affinity isn't limited to just interests, it also extends to behaviors and emotional states. People often gravitate toward others who share their emotional outlook or respond to situations in similar ways. When you're in a group of people who express emotions in ways you understand, it enhances the sense of connection and mutual support. What's fascinating is how subconscious this attraction can be. You may not consciously seek out people who are similar to you, yet your mind naturally finds comfort in those who mirror your own characteristics. This tendency not only helps foster strong, supportive relationships, but also allows you to feel a sense of security and acceptance. It's a testament to the mind's deep desire to connect, creating bonds that are built on common ground, understanding, and shared experiences. The mind alters mental state by situation. The mind's ability to alter mental state by situation is one of its most adaptive and powerful features. Your brain continuously adjusts your emotional and cognitive responses based on the context of your surroundings, helping you navigate different situations effectively. Whether you're at work, spending time with family, or facing a stressful challenge, your mind instinctively shifts your mental state to align with the demands of the moment, allowing you to respond appropriately. At its core, this ability is rooted in the brain's remarkable flexibility and capacity for situational awareness. When you're in a calm and safe environment, like at home, your mind promotes relaxation, reducing stress and fostering a sense of peace. However, in a high-pressure situation, such as a public speaking event or a crisis, your mind shifts gears, increasing alertness and focus, often by triggering the release of stress hormones like adrenaline, helping you react quickly and decisively. What's fascinating is how automatic this shift is. Your brain evaluates the environment, taking cues from sensory input, past experiences, and social context, and then adjusts your mental state without you needing to consciously intervene. If you're at a party, your mind will guide you into a more social, engaged state. If you're in a meeting, it pushes you toward focus and professionalism. This ability to alter mental state by situation ensures you can handle the diverse emotional and cognitive demands that arise throughout the day. It allows you to be mentally prepared for everything from casual conversations to high-stakes moments, making your mind a highly responsive and adaptive tool for navigating life's complexities. The mind adjusts responses to social feedback. The mind's ability to adjust responses to social feedback is a vital part of how we navigate interactions and build relationships. Every conversation, encounter, or exchange provides valuable cues that your brain processes in real time, allowing you to modify your behavior and communication style to fit the situation. This flexibility is key to maintaining social harmony, gaining trust, and making meaningful connections with others. When you interact with someone, your brain is constantly analyzing their reactions, whether it's their body language, facial expressions, or the tone of their voice. If someone seems disinterested, your mind automatically picks up on that, and you may adjust your approach by changing the subject, altering your tone, or giving them space. On the flip side, if you sense someone is engaged or pleased, your brain reinforces positive feedback, encouraging you to continue the conversation or behavior in that direction. This dynamic adjustment ensures that your responses are always attuned to the social environment, making your interactions smoother and more effective. The mind's ability to adapt to social feedback also helps in moments of conflict or tension. If someone becomes defensive or upset, your brain quickly recalibrates your response, helping you adjust your language, tone, or even your posture to de-escalate the situation. This unconscious adjustment is a powerful tool for maintaining relationships, enabling you to navigate social dynamics with ease and emotional intelligence. Through this process, your mind ensures that your responses align with the feedback you receive, creating stronger connections and fostering better understanding. The mind shapes memories with emotional context. The mind's ability to shape memories with emotional context is a powerful mechanism that influences how we remember and interpret past experiences. It's not just the facts that stick with us, but how those events made us feel. The brain automatically associates emotional responses with specific moments, creating memories that are more vivid, lasting, and meaningful. Whether it's the excitement of a joyful event or the intensity of a painful experience, your emotions play a key role in how those memories are stored and recalled. At the heart of this process is the amygdala, a part of the brain responsible for processing emotions. When an event triggers a strong emotional response, the amygdala signals the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory formation, to prioritize and encode that experience. This connection between emotion and memory ensures that the most emotionally charged moments are remembered more clearly and with greater detail. For example, a wedding day or the loss of a loved one is etched into your memory, not just because of the event itself, but because of the deep feelings it evoked. What's fascinating is how the mind can amplify memories based on emotional intensity. Positive emotions can make memories feel uplifting, while negative emotions can create a more lasting imprint, often keeping you more alert to similar experiences in the future. This emotional lens through which the mind views past events ensures that memories are not just a collection of facts, but a rich, emotional landscape that shapes how we see ourselves, others, and the world. The mind's ability to shape memories with emotional context allows us to learn from the past, connect with others on a deeper level, and process our experiences in a way that makes them part of our identity. These emotionally charged memories guide our behaviors and responses, helping us navigate life with a rich understanding of what truly matters to us. The mind reacts instantly to new information. The mind's ability to react instantly to new information is one of its most vital and instinctual functions, enabling you to stay responsive and adaptable in an ever-changing world. Whether you're receiving a piece of news, encountering a new situation, or learning something unexpected, your brain processes and reacts to the information almost immediately, often before you even have time to think about it consciously. At the heart of this rapid response is the brain's ability to assess and interpret information through both emotional and cognitive pathways. When new information is introduced, your brain quickly evaluates its relevance, importance, and potential impact. If the information is seen as significant or urgent, your mind triggers an immediate emotional or physical reaction, whether it's excitement, fear, surprise, or alertness. This instant response allows you to adjust your behavior or decisions accordingly, making you more capable of adapting to changing circumstances. What's fascinating is how this reaction happens at lightning speed. The brain uses previously stored knowledge, patterns, and experiences to quickly interpret and categorize the new information, allowing you to act in real time. Whether it's a sudden change in your environment, an unexpected piece of advice, or a new challenge, your mind automatically shifts gears to integrate this new knowledge, helping you to make quick decisions, adjust your mood, and alter your course of action as needed. This ability to react instantly to new information is crucial for survival, personal growth, and navigating the complexities of life. It ensures that your mind is always in tune with the present moment, ready to respond and adapt without hesitation. The mind judges interest in things quickly. The mind's ability to judge interest in things quickly is a fascinating subconscious process that helps you navigate the world with remarkable efficiency. From the moment you encounter something new, whether it's an object, a person, or an idea, your brain instinctively assesses how interesting or relevant it is to you. This quick judgment is based on past experiences, emotional responses, and personal values, guiding your behavior and decisions in real time. When you are introduced to something unfamiliar, your brain rapidly evaluates its potential appeal by drawing on your previous experiences, desires, and immediate feelings. If it aligns with your interests, goals, or emotional needs, your mind signals excitement or curiosity, driving you to engage further. On the other hand, if it doesn't spark interest or seems irrelevant, your brain subtly nudges you to ignore it, redirecting your focus elsewhere. This mental shortcut allows you to make decisions about where to direct your attention without wasting time on things that don't resonate with you. What's remarkable is that this process is incredibly fast and happens without conscious thought. Whether you're browsing a new book, meeting someone for the first time, or hearing a pitch, your brain is constantly making these snap judgments, guiding your behavior based on what it perceives as valuable or engaging. This ability to quickly judge interest helps you conserve mental energy, streamline your focus, and prioritize what truly matters to you in any given moment. The mind responds to humor based on culture. The mind's response to humor is profoundly influenced by culture, shaping how we laugh, what we find funny, and how we interpret jokes. Humor isn't universal. It's deeply rooted in cultural norms, social contexts, and shared experiences. What might be hilarious in one culture could be confusing or offensive in another. The mind filters humor through the lens of cultural understanding, adapting its response to align with societal values, language, and traditions. At its core, humor is a social bonding tool, and its effectiveness depends on shared knowledge and common experiences. Your brain uses cultural references, language nuances, and societal rules to understand and enjoy a joke. For example, jokes about politics, local customs, or historical events are often only funny to those who share a similar cultural background. What makes a punchline humorous to one group might fly over the heads of those from different cultural contexts who don't have the same frame of reference. This cultural influence on humor is so ingrained that it shapes not only how we respond to jokes, but also how we deliver them. The timing, language, and context of humor are often tailored to fit the norms of a particular culture. What's fascinating is how humor can be used to strengthen bonds within a community, as shared laughter helps to reinforce common values and social cohesion. The mind's response to humor based on culture is a reminder of how deeply interconnected our emotions, thoughts, and social environments are. It highlights how laughter is not just about finding something funny, but about understanding, connecting, and relating to the world around us. The mind alters. Inner dialogue with success-failure. The mind's ability to alter inner dialogue with success or failure is a powerful mechanism that influences how you perceive yourself and your abilities. Every time you experience a win or a setback, your mind shifts its internal narrative, shaping your self-talk and emotional response to the outcome. This inner dialogue can either empower you to keep pushing forward or discourage you from trying again, deeply affecting your confidence and motivation. When you experience success, your brain often adjusts your inner dialogue to reflect feelings of pride, confidence, and achievement. The positive reinforcement strengthens your belief in your abilities, pushing you to take on new challenges with a sense of capability. The language in your mind becomes more supportive, encouraging you to continue striving for more and reinforcing the notion that you are capable of overcoming obstacles. Conversely, after experiencing failure, the mind can shift toward more negative or self-critical thoughts. The inner dialogue may become more doubtful, filled with self-blame or fear of further failure. These thoughts can hold you back, limiting your ability to learn from mistakes and try again. However, how you interpret this failure can be just as important as the event itself. Your mind can alter this narrative, shifting from self-criticism to constructive self-reflection, helping you view failure as an opportunity for growth rather than a permanent setback. The fascinating part of this process is that the mind's response to success or failure shapes your emotional and cognitive patterns, It influences your resilience, your ability to bounce back, and how you approach future challenges. By consciously adjusting your inner dialogue, you can transform the way you perceive both success and failure, turning each experience into a stepping stone toward greater achievement. The mind avoids pain. Instinctively. The mind's ability to avoid pain instinctively is one of its most powerful survival mechanisms, operating long before conscious thought has time to intervene. From the moment you sense a threat, whether physical or emotional, your brain activates a rapid protective response designed to shield you from harm. This instinct isn't just about physical danger. It also influences your decisions, relationships, and behaviors in ways you may not even realize. When your body encounters something painful, the brain immediately processes the threat and triggers an automatic reaction, pulling your hand away from a hot surface or tightening your muscles to brace for impact. This reflex happens within milliseconds, proving just how deeply wired this instinct is. But the mind's avoidance of pain extends far beyond physical reflexes. When faced with emotional discomfort, rejection, embarrassment, or fear, your brain responds just as quickly, pushing you to withdraw, stay silent, or change direction to protect your sense of safety. This instinctive avoidance is rooted in the brain's reward and fear systems. The moment something feels painful, the mind creates strong associations to help you avoid similar experiences in the future. It learns what hurts, what threatens your well-being, and what disrupts your emotional balance, shaping your habits and choices to minimize future pain. Sometimes this protects you. Other times, it holds you back, steering you away from risks that could lead to growth. Still, this instinct is always working to keep you safe. Whether it's shielding you from physical harm or guiding you away from emotional danger, the mind's automatic drive to avoid pain is a constant guardian, reacting faster than you ever could consciously. The mind finds patterns in randomness. The mind's ability to find patterns in randomness is a remarkable and instinctive cognitive skill that helps you make sense of the world, even in situations where order isn't immediately apparent. Our brains are wired to seek patterns as a way to simplify complex or chaotic information, giving us a sense of understanding and control. Even when faced with randomness, such as in a series of seemingly unrelated events or a chaotic environment, the mind will unconsciously search for structure and meaning. This ability stems from the brain's pattern recognition system, which evolved as a survival mechanism. In early human history, detecting patterns in the environment, such as recognizing the movement of animals or identifying weather changes, was crucial for survival. Today, this skill helps you make quick judgments and predictions, even in modern situations. For instance, when you hear a series of beeps or see a random sequence of numbers, your mind will often look for a rhythm or order, even if none exists. This tendency is so strong that it can sometimes lead to the illusion of patterns in pure randomness, known as apophenia. The fascinating part of this cognitive process is that it helps you navigate uncertainty by creating a sense of meaning. It's why we sometimes see faces in clouds or find significance in random coincidences. While this ability to find patterns can lead to insightful discoveries, it can also cause us to overinterpret events, leading to mistaken conclusions. Nonetheless, the mind's drive to find order in the chaotic world around us is a powerful tool that helps us understand, predict, and interact with our environment more effectively. The mind prioritizes experiences based on value. The mind's ability to prioritize experiences based on value is an essential process that helps guide your decisions and actions every day. Whether you're choosing how to spend your time, where to invest your energy, or what to focus on in the moment, your brain is constantly evaluating and determining which experiences hold the most significance for your well-being, growth, and happiness. This prioritization is not random. It's shaped by your values, desires, past experiences, and emotional needs. At the core of this process is the brain's evaluative system, which constantly filters and assesses experiences based on their perceived importance. When faced with multiple options, such as deciding whether to spend time with friends or working on a project, the mind quickly calculates which option aligns best with your immediate goals or long-term values. It draws on prior experiences, emotional responses, and learned preferences to determine what will likely bring the most fulfillment or benefit. For example, spending quality time with loved ones may be prioritized over work if connection and emotional fulfillment are currently more important to you. What's fascinating is how the mind not only evaluates immediate rewards, but also considers long-term value. It helps you weigh the benefits of future experiences, such as prioritizing a challenging but rewarding career opportunity over short-term comfort. The mind's ability to prioritize experiences ensures that you make choices that align with your core values, helping you stay focused on what truly matters to you, whether it's personal growth, relationships, or long-term goals. This process shapes your life's direction, guiding you toward fulfilling and meaningful experiences. The mind forms mental shortcuts. The mind's ability to form mental shortcuts is a fascinating and vital function that helps you navigate the world with efficiency and speed. Every day, you're faced with an overwhelming amount of information, but your brain instinctively creates shortcuts or heuristics to help you make decisions quickly without needing to process every detail. These mental shortcuts are developed over time through experience, learning, and pattern recognition, allowing your mind to swiftly assess situations and respond accordingly. At the core of this ability is the brain's need to conserve energy and time. Rather than analyzing every piece of information, your mind identifies patterns or past experiences that help it predict outcomes with minimal effort. For example, if you've faced a similar situation before, your brain will apply that knowledge to make quick judgments, bypassing the need for deep thought. This process is essential for functioning in a fast-paced world, as it allows you to make decisions without being overwhelmed by the complexity of every detail. What's remarkable is how the mind's shortcuts are constantly updated and refined based on new experiences. While these shortcuts can be incredibly efficient, they can also lead to biases or errors in judgment, especially when applied in unfamiliar or uncertain situations. Despite this, the mind's ability to form mental shortcuts is essential for managing the complexity of daily life, enabling you to act quickly, focus on what's important, and preserve mental energy for more complex tasks.